My king was born king. The Bible says he's a seven-way king. He's a king of the Jews. That's a racial king. He's a king of Israel. That's a national king. He's a king of righteousness. He's a king of the ages. He's a king of heaven. He's a king of glory. He's a king of kings, and he is the Lord of lords. Now that's my king. Well, I wonder if you know him. Do you know him? Don't try to mislead me. Do you know my king? David said the heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. My king is the only one whom there no means of measure can define his limitless love. No far-seeing telescope can bring into visibility the coastline of his shoulder supply. No barriers can hinder him from pouring out his blessing. Well, he's enduringly strong. He's entirely sincere. He's eternally steadfast. He's immortally graceful. He's imperially powerful. And he's impartially merciful. That's my king. He's God's son. He's a sinner's savior. He's the centerpiece of civilization. He stands alone in himself. He's august. He's unique. He's unparalleled. He's unprecedented. He's supreme. He's preeminent. Well, he's the loftiest idea in. He's preeminent. Well, he's the loftiest idea in literature. He's the highest personality in philosophy. He's the supreme problem in high criticism. He's the fundamental doctrine of true theology. He's the cardinal necessity of spiritual religion. And that's my king. He's the miracle of the age. He's the superlative of everything good that you choose to call him. Well, he's the only one able to supply all of our needs simultaneously. He supplies strength for the weak. He's available for the tempted and the tried. He sympathizes and he saves. He's star of God and he guides. He heals the sick. He cleanses the lepers. He forgives sinners. He discharges debtors. He delivers the captives. He defends the feeble. He blesses the young. He serves the unfortunate. He regards the aged. He rewards the diligent. And he beautifies the meek. Do you know him? Well, my king is a key of knowledge. He's a wellspring of wisdom. He's a doorway of deliverance. He's a pathway of peace. He's a roadway of righteousness. He's a highway of holiness. He's a gateway of glory. He's a master of the mighty. He's a captain of the conquerors. He's the head of the heroes. He's the leader of the legislators. He's the overseer of the overcomers. He's the governor of governors. He's the prince of princes. He's the king of kings. And he's the Lord of lords. That's my king. Yeah. That's my king. My king. Yeah. His office is manifold. His promise is sure. His light is matchless. His goodness is limitless. His mercy is everlasting. His love never changes. His word is enough. His grace is sufficient. His reign is righteous. His yoke is easy and his burden is light. Well, I wish I could describe him to you, but he's indescribable. He's indescribable. Yeah. He's incomprehensible. He's invincible. He's irresistible. I'm trying to tell you, the heavens of heavens cannot contain him, let alone a man explaining him. You can't get him out of your mouth. You can't get him off of your hand. You can't outlive him, and you can't live without him. Well, Pharisees couldn't stand him, but they found out they couldn't stop him. Pilate couldn't find any fault in him, The witnesses couldn't get their testimonies to agree. Herod couldn't kill him. Death couldn't handle him, and the grave couldn't hold him. That's my king. Yeah! He always has been, and he always will be. I'm talking about he had no predecessor, and he'll have no successor. There was nobody before him, and there'll be nobody after him. Woo. You can't impeach him, and he's not going to resign. That's right. That's my Time is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory. Hey! All the power belongs to my king. We around here talking about black power, and white power, and green power, but it's God's power. Thine is the power. Yeah! And the glory. We trying to get prestige and honor and glory for ourselves, but the glory is all his. Yeah! Woo. Thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever and ever and ever and ever. How long is that? And ever and ever and ever and ever. And when you get through with all of the forever, then amen.
Woo! Shout out to my man Sonetta, who's looking in the back. Press 1, my man Sonetta and Jabari and them is in the back right now. I see them in the hallways looking. What they doing? What they doing in that classroom right there? I see all the ops over there. Look at them trying to get, what y'all doing, bro? What y'all doing? Because they don't believe in God. That's why. But it's okay. They can. Come on in, fellas. Come on, press button. Hit the like button. I've been trying to tell them your trauma is your superpower. Press 1. All the trauma that I've been through and go through in my life, trust me. Believing in God and the word of God and the prophecies and his promise when you walk the good path. You feel me? I'm here to tell you it's true. You never know. You know, this world be trying to make you feel like a criminal or you got to do something stupid just to express yourself. Press 1. That's what society has taught the black male in America that's trapped in this post-traumatic stress disorder dating back to when he even became civiliter mortis. Press 1, a dead-in-law, made a more in his own nation. Dead, black. Press 1, with a made-up history and daydream to get us off our square. Check. Press 1. Where they at? They want to play philosophical games with a trauma patient, hoping that we stay mentally in an asylum with all of this majestics and magic trick and suggestive hermetic practices that have led to our demise. Press 1. And you get to studying their stuff and you realize they statehood just began in allegiance with the corporate state. Press 1 to overthrow the sovereigns in America, the saints, true salvation's army. Press 1, God's army. Press 1 in which this was. And I've been telling you, I ain't no damn Tatari or nothing. Press 1. You always trying to give it to people in other lands. If Tataria was so good, you should have kept your little funny looking ass over there in Tataria then. Press 1. Last thing I hate is a bunch of people who come to our nation and wave different nations' flags. Press 1. I know Americans hate that, so imagine how the people of George Washington would feel. Press 1. What the fuck is y'all doing? Put that Mexican flag up. Press 1. I don't give a damn what your tattoos say. Cover that up. Y'all better be lucky the Republic ain't in power yet. You still got time to change. The eclipses is coming. Press 1. And you still got time to change. You can't be waving different flags in this nation. There's time to change. You about to get your ass deported back to the what flag your ass don't took up. Press 1. You don't see it's a war at the border. It's a war in New York. You don't understand, black people, because your ass is thinking about some crazy shit. I don't know what y'all thinking about, what y'all watching on the media, but you need to get your ass mentally in this ball game and get your brain out the gutter. And if you ain't thinking, if you got a man that ain't thinking about nothing, you need to leave him. I'm sorry, ladies. Y'all need to leave them. Press. I'm sorry. I didn't just think about that. Nah, I don't give a fuck what he got. He ain't thinking about anything. Press 1. Ain't nothing going on up there in the noggin. Ain't nothing going on in there. I see why marriages end. There's no communication. Okay, spandex, fat ass, small waist. Okay, what else? Press 1. All right, truck, dirt bike. What else? You feel me? And I realize that's as far as motherfuckers go. Make believe. The American dream. And that's cool. That's cool, but don't be trying to enter the conspiracy world or the overthinker world and you still a slave and debt bondage and shit. Press 1. Trying to teach the people. It's a beautiful time to be alive. What's up, Jamie Lee? Good to see you out there. Shout out to my support group, the people who support this brand and just wake me up every day. Press 1 and just, oh my goodness, I feel good. Why is that? Why do I feel so good? Why do I feel like continuing on this good work? Oh, shout out to you people out there. Forrest Glory, shout out to you. Royal Purple, Jamie Lee. Who else is out there? Let me see. Yours truly. Amanda, said Bernardo, what's up, champion? C. Lewis, thank you for the morning coffee. You see me? I told you, the people create the show. Everything you see ever on my show that's ever going to be created, whether I'm inside or outside, the people, man, they support this broadcast, bro. I'm not trying to meet up with no jumper and beat up Brick Baby. They see worth in my knowledge. I told you niggas it's coming, nigga. Uh-oh. They don't let the GDs in the door. Press 1. They don't let the GDs in the door. My uncles, they some GDs. My cousins, they some GD too. The fuck you think I'm GD? Press 1. Donald Trump in office make the world GD again. He used to be BD, now he GD. Now he BD again? Press 1. Shit. Don't think I'm just a nerd, nigga. Them GD's up 100 points. Press 1. Ooh, there's some criminals just waiting. Just criminals. I listen to this music sometimes. You know, I got a weird playlist. I can go from Michael Jackson and crying in the shower. Another day is gone. Press 1. I'm so all alone. To goddamn King Bond. Goddamn. Well, I'm emotional imbalance in our lives. Get your playlist together. Press 1. I need somebody to make a file for me. Just all love frequency. Because this playlist I got, I'm up in, it's like a downer and upper. Press 1. I'll be on Tupac. Damn. Man, shout out to y'all people who support the broadcast. Can't ask for a better support team than the people who make sure. RT Bell, shout out to you. Not only that, I didn't even know you can leave personalized messages on there. It say this contribution, and you just you one of the people who in the runnings for the God. Don't let me forget the bobblehead I'm giving away every month. So make sure you support it. Being bold and carrying the torch. Shout out to these comments y'all leaving. I told you, when you support the brand, because y'all don't like to call in, I don't know if y'all scared or what, but when you do leave a Cash App or something like that, leave a message so we can read it on the air. What up with it? Cavro Radio, Patreon coming soon. I already created the format for it. I'm just trying to make sure I can do these things. You know, I like to express myself and my trauma with music. Press one. DJ Academic said all of the podcasters and all of their deals have failed and the system is not outputting any more revenue towards. I was wondering what was going on.
Not like this. Not like this.
Press one. I can play Italiano music by Giovanni Giuseppe. Press one. From afar, I hear the violin being played on the Titanic. DJ Hamster Dimmicks is reporting they've taken a blow to the bowels. And water is entering the fucking the bottom of the boat. Press one and the Titanic is sinking. Now the red pill, damn nigga, everybody without a reason. Have you seen Loki? Okay, everybody not on the timeline don't exist and they cut off. Press one. They just didn't know it. You know, it's equivalent to giants in the media being stabbed up so many times by little David, and then they still, wait a minute, I can't move, my arm ain't moving, I'm bleeding, my t-shirt wet. That's mine, and then they fall over. But since they so big, it take a while for you to know that when the giants fall, it's done. It's like poetry in motion. You ever heard of that saying before? It used to be on a basketball game or something I used to play. Poetry in motion. And watch David cross over Goliath and him trip over his feet is hilarious. It's equivalent to Derek Fisher stepping over Tyronn Lue. You know what I mean? Not Derek Fisher, Allen Iverson, or when Derek Fisher hit that .3, or when Robert Horry just happened to end up with the ball at the end. Press one. What am I doing right here? The ball comes to me. Wow. For all the marbles. None of my enemies, opposition want any problems with the row. They're over there, they was trying to make it seem like the people in the Bible were homosexuals, and they try to create these fantasy stories. I had to remind them the kings and queens, the pharaohs, the gods of Egypt were all gay.
Not like this. Not like this.
I had to remind them, you don't know, punk, you say something else about the scripture. Punk, you hear me? You's a punk, shut up. At the end, they didn't want no smoke. Like, no smoke, because everybody know now that they wearing homosexual crosses on their necks and tattoos, and then wondering why they in Atlanta swimming in goddamn chocolate pudding. Press one, hit that like button, and subscribe. He's on fire. I told you your trauma is a superpower. That community is what we was raised in mentally growing up. They ain't nothing but a bunch of gaslighters like your family. All the black sheep of the family who really the golden children. Stand the fuck up. Don't be scared of these punks. They don't even know math. Press one. They ain't shit. Press one. That's how you got to carry yourself. And forget these people. You don't let people who believe in otherworldly things convince you of nothing. Y'all don't know what I've been through. Shit, my family be in the chat room trolling and shit.
Not like this. Not like this.
What the fuck is he doing? What the fuck is he gonna say? Anything I want to. Press one. They gaslit me, y'all. Press one. Ever since I figured out my family curses, don't let these witches and warlocks tell you about family curses. You got to go out and figure it out. Press 1. Hit that like button. You personally. There ain't no mysticism. Don't let them trick you into no enchantment and no mysticism. And that's all right. That's all. Don't fall for it, fellas and ladies who are the black sheeps of the family. Outcasted. Nobody can understand me. Outcasted from my own damn family. Chris, what? You can't help it. You got to uncover the mysteries of life. Yo, you feel me? It's up to you. Hit that like button and subscribe. Who is this? I'll wait to do more shout outs. You can't do it. You can't allow these people to keep these little different trauma triggers keeping you rotating and living within a certain mindset of a certain family. You don't know them. You only know them because they made you get to know them. Press 1. Start really listening to what motherfuckers say from a different level. Wait a minute. I wouldn't have got this far, trust me. Let me tell you. The ones with ears are here to figure it all out. I don't know about you, Peter Crypto. I don't know, Peter Crypto. You don't have to tell me who's here. Don't tell me what my mission is. The thing is your mission. That's the problem with the world. They always trying to prep your mission. Nobody even know you. Press 1. Nobody even know you. Just your mission is this. Don't tell me what's your mission. Press 1. They know more about you than you know about yourself, or then they know about themselves. What's your mission? Okay, my mission is to help you. What's your mission? Hit the like button. Nah, talking about you got ears. No, you don't. You got to call in and show me. Show me like Morpheus says. Show me. Show me. You see how I lay it on the line like that? That's what make an individual real. That's what make an individual. You see how, boom, look, 424-209. Let me hear it. Press 1. Let me hear it from you. Let me hear it from you. Why you never in class? Why you not taking the information? Hit that like button and subscribe, man. It's been a long road. Look, what's the title of today's show? Let me see what I got here, because they was being changed. The cover, trapped in trauma. Your superpower is in your trauma. You know, so let's take, for instance, everything. We can go back to Chicago World Fairs within a specific timeline. I'm teaching you all how to time travel. Press what? Kev the time traveler. Fact. And we're going to go back in time and go back to the 18 what? What World Fairs is that? I'm going to show you how they change history and do all that. How we got this, how we live on this repetitive time wheel, or this loop, or this noose that keeps us dead in law. Do you understand? Hit that like button. You got to be able to tell me this. You feel me? Because I've been telling the people around me this. I've been trying to get them to understand they're not in the conversation no more. They're not worthy of such a person. So you got to put them on a standby, and when they're ready to grow in knowledge and wisdom, that's on them. You will waste your whole life trying to explain what you listen. Just either you're paying attention or you're not. You know, you got to be able to. In fact, you got to be part of the trauma to even see it from this perspective. The thing ain't waking the world up to this. They already know what their forefathers did. Do you know what happened to your forefathers, though? Press 1, that's what's important. If you know what happened to you, then you will see this world from a different perspective. You know? You understand how you became a criminal in law that makes you inferior, or yes, that keeps you dead in the law. Anybody calling you dead in law is an enemy to not only you but God. Press one, and they are in complete opposition, counterclockwise, anti-clock or Christ, to uh, Adam's rebirth. See, a lot of these people who work in opposition, no, all of these people who work in opposition and are counterclockwise, uh, can have you wake up from this allegorical wonderland dream state that you've don't attach yourself to. You know, Kev on this morning. I feel good. You don't attach yourself. I don't gave all these fellas opportunities. You know, see, I know they not like us. They ain't went through our traumas. They ain't went through Universe 25. So I already know who is who. Nigga, what type of cereal did you eat when you grew up? What did your sisters do? Press one. What's double Dutch? Press one. What's this it? Yeah, I ask you real questions. If you can't answer basic questions that's above my approval, then nigga, you's a foreigner. Press one. I'm not going for it. What type of cereal you ate? Press one. What are pro wings? Press one. What type of shoes did you buy from Payless? What type? What kind? I'll be the worst nigga in the penitentiary. What type of shoe? Blatantly lying. I mean, just something about it. Who? Nigga, I wore XJ900. Press one. African American. Fuck that. I gotta investigate. You know, that's just my life now. You know, I've been suffered so much trauma. That's just my life. But in that, in trauma is your superpower. I'm so smart because of my traumatic experiences. I don't like the fact that I was away, not mentally, but like put up from the world like that, and then still be able to live in it. You know, that's shit crazy to me. Not crazy, but that's different. Still suffer the same traumatic instances as the people I went to school with. Because that's where I was. I went to school. I had fun at school. And niggas was gangbanging and shit. I got to see it all up close and with the Chronos glasses on. 3D. Wow. This is crazy. So, trauma, I got to see that up close. And I got to see the same friends I went to school with suffer the same trauma. And that's crazy to even know that. So just because you got two parents don't mean you don't share trauma with individuals with one or no parents or single parents by way they mama take care of them or anything. And if you ain't came from them, you don't even understand that dynamic. You just on the internet talking about single black women. Your dumb ass. Press one. Not even understanding the dynamics that goes into creating that whole program. So putting up Taquisha on your media channel in some disoriented state, some dead state, and you are a man and don't understand that, and something is psychologically wrong with you, you know? If you can't look at all these dating advice channels and see nothing but projection and trauma and like, damn, somebody did this person wrong, like something wrong with you. People live in trauma so much, they think they're dating advisors. They think they psychologists. They went to no school just during the pandemic, bought a microphone and don't put on makeup and just, nigga. All of them, when you really talk to them, are nothing more than traumatized, argumentative, over masculine, hurt people who are projecting and masking their lie on everybody else, just like a virus. Damn, you can see it in people's eye. Oh, this person's broken. Oh, this should hurt them. And that's becoming like norm on YouTube. people in their state of psychological fucking trauma, mental health, a mental health issue is now like, wow. Wow, that's true. That's true right there. No, y'all got the same mental issue. And then all of them hate men and been done wrong. So I told you, I grew up where the women will sit in the living room, press one, and all talk about the same shit and how niggas ain't shit. They used to watch Jerry Springer and Marby Pubbich, and they wrong. And I used to be like, how you know he wrong? Like, what these females look, what the niggas got legitimate excuses. And then they the ones who, I told you this nigga was lying. Look, he got the same nose, same lips and everything. So this shit is in us. Ricky Lake did this. Press one. Ricky Lake did this shit. So, not to condemn nobody, just that's the media, that's the media projection, and that's what was sold to us is broken homes and fucking renegade ass women and like pimping ass, gangbanging ass daddies and stuff like that. Press one, we don't know nothing else. That's all we saw. Drug dealing, people getting caught and getting away from the police. Press one, niggas you knew yesterday got 50 years in prison. Like, damn. And trauma after trauma after trauma after trauma. And if these people grow up, you can go back in history. If these people grow up with trauma, this is a different type of repetitive trauma that's being passed down neurologically to their children. Now, natural fear of law. You just study some law so you can get yourself out of some jams and learn to shut the fuck up and use your right to be quiet or anything. They just don't want to. It's like a fear of law, bad snitch. Whack 100 said it. So you just set yourself up. You got bail money, you're not going to make a good criminal. Because first of all, you got to learn how to bail yourself out. What about your friends? Y'all got a collection plate for bail money for each one of us? So you just hang out right here. Who got the gun? So if he get caught, there they come. Hold up. If he get caught, we doing an interview, officer. I just saved your ass. We doing an interview. So if he get caught with the gun, press one. Could you bail him out? Right now, your bail is gonna be how much? Damn, this'll be my third time. About $50K. You got $5K for him? That's what we got this drug for. Oh. Sir, citizens arrest. Turn around and put your hand. You dumb. It's just like you're criminal. Like you're forced. No, you're perpetrating a Universe 25 lifestyle like on they clone Tyrone. You're going to jail, bro. You know you're going to jail because your brain is on. You watch Aunt Glizzy on the phone. You be like, ha ha. Aunt Glizzy is real. Oh. You watch these people and it's programmed your dumb ass to think Chicago style. They programmed us to think like Easy E and Boys in the Hood, but y'all getting a full blunt trauma. Y'all wonder what's going on with these brothers. Why would King Yella put all of that stuff on his face? Trauma. Our trauma is the world's money-making machine, and it must be activated for that to happen. You got to be taken through some shit that reminds you of some shit y'all always have been going through that reminds you, and it's just a repetitive lifestyle of, hey, today is the official day of Malcolm X's assassination. In other news, bank robber was running away holding his belt buckle and was shot down by the police. Help me. Press one. Help me understand. Hit that like button and subscribe. So it's your responsibility to think outside the box. And you if you can't think outside the norm, you in bad shape. You easily programmed and programmable. If you're afraid to speak, then you would do something that you wouldn't want to do. Because you're afraid to speak up. I know how to say no, and that's not right. Or, you should do that like this so you don't end up in a bad situation. Just offer the best solution for somebody. Damn. So true, a Tyler Perry film. I don't know what that means. I don't know. But I know a lot of people in our communities is trapped in trauma on so many different levels. And it's not just me. It's not just me. I know my family is huge. You feel me? But at the same time, y'all see what the fuck? I just put that shit up yesterday. Y'all see, that's way out shit. And that's trauma. What does a person say? Looking back at one life and you come to adulthood and you're living and you get told that this isn't so. That's insane. That's insane. It's supposed to take you there. It's supposed to throw you off, right? But what they didn't know, because that was the intent of that. What they didn't know was I prepared for that a long time ago. Press 1. So while they trolling in my chat room playing, I prepared for that shit a long time ago. See, the thing about narcissist family members and gaslighters is they think they are all you got. Press 1. They think that when you try to express yourself for help or a conversation or somebody to trust, or they're so interconnected, you won't even know what the motherfuckers is all in the background. Yeah, this is that, and this is that, and girl, did you know this? And then he said this, and boom, boom, zoom, zooms, and wham, wham. They ain't knowing it. You know it. So, well, they know what they doing. You wouldn't know because you the gaslit victim, the black sheep. What's wrong with these people? Why all the time? I start playing their ass. Say this to this person and watch it travel way over there to south to the motherfucking Neptune. Press 1 on purpose, nigga. Hell yeah, here, take this. Pew! Like a rocket. Sheesh. See, but that's what they do. They try to excommunicate. They keep you out of, but you're in it. That's the cool thing about it because it's you. So they try to distort, distract, and to death. And some of them will call your ass on 3-way with the other motherfuckers right there. Damn. God damn. You feel me? So they all know I don't let shit go. Judgment. Press what? I don't let shit go. They all found I let every motherfuckers know by way of communication with the top rats here. They went off like the little rats. You ever seen them pigeons? They just tie those stuff to their feet and send a note. So while they think they play the game, right? I'm a super empath, right? Apocalypse. Press 1. Oh, my, yeah. Watch this. You feel me? With Kev Gills and his superheroes. Press 1. Yeah, we turned the fraud department internal affairs on their ass. Yeah. Press 1. Had their ass feeling that pressure. You hear me? They was running flea flickers and quarterback scrambles. You had motherfuckers who can't even play quarterback pretending they was Mike Vick out there. Bam, come here. Oh, you out the game. Grabbed your flag, punk. Press 1. I started looking at life different. And I think you should too. It'll turn you to a superhero. I'm telling you, breaking out of family traumatic experiences like that inner child that they broke in a long time ago, fighting back. You motherfuckers quit lying. Press one. No. That little kid you were when you first was just that innocent person. Before all of the trauma, before all of the you finding like, no. Like little Neo, like a little Matrix. No. I don't want to believe it no more. Press one. No. And when you say no, no is a super word. No, I don't believe that. No something. No. It's a super word, like a super vegetable, like a superfood. You feel me? Man, I've been betrayed in so many ways. I just sit back and just say, damn, these people think we stupid. I say we because it's internal affairs, but it's really, they think I'm stupid. Now, I literally watch people do things. You and have phone calls with higher ups of banks, nigga, and these people do not know what I know. And they dumbasses press one. Me in their face. So, come on. You didn't see that coming? Press one. Oh, you didn't see that? No, that's low. So what happened was the reason why you are in this position. Hold your breath. Press one. You gotta be a superhero, a super empath like Star Wars. Empath strike back. But you gotta be mentally ready and disciplined because it's coming. Boy, these motherfucking, what we gonna call them? They like the enemy. These motherfucking Bible says, press what? They coming. As soon as they get the word, hey, you know what's the name? Know about that whatchamacallit over there? Who? That stuff, man. I think he's aware, bro. Or she's aware. Or they are aware. Who the fuck are they? Whoever the fuck. With the nigga, goddamn. Because he's saying stuff, or she's saying this, that's you fighting back. Press one. Motherfuckers think that you don't have the wherewithal to be able to explain stuff. They think, and then they find out that they have laid a trap or a snare for themselves. It's like a dog throwing up, only to come back and lick his own throw up. Press one. They find out how incompetent they really are. But you got to be willing to put the work in. My narcissist enemies in this world are incompetent of even understanding how I persevered through their trauma net. That's what we're going to call it. Their web of trauma. That's going to be the name of my new book. Brother, this nigga, what? I'm going to write an ebook. Webbed in trauma. Press one. Hey, bro. The responses that I'm getting from black men, y'all see what's going over on the internet, all these black men and men crying, talking about the trauma experiences from their family, from their significant others. Y'all see that shit? That's real. What Desi was talking about, that's real. And a lot of people can't take that. A lot of narcissist people had a traumatic reaction to the truth. Take a scientific study of you motherfuckers. It was like he didn't experience that. I can relate. Everything I ever did. You see the trauma? Motherfucker can't even get support from your own family, G. Let alone a spouse that knew you before. You feel me? Oh, yeah, you just get ready, you little black entrepreneur, you. Yeah, right. You got to get through the layer of democracy first and understand the rules of that game. No, my significant others would never support the road. Hell no. In the past, anything I got going, that's got to be destroyed. I don't know if other brothers felt like that too. It's just a repetitive of, hey, what you doing? You working on my show. Working on my end. Destroy him right now. It's like everything and everybody becomes annoyance to your productivity. That's planned. You just don't know it. Press one. All that shit is planned. You just don't know it. And a lot of y'all don't want to believe it. A lot of y'all significant others, I thought that was not real. A lot of y'all significant others actually throw wrenches in your growth. Whoo! And when you catch them doing it, that's another level of wow. So I understand people understand at different levels. So I understand trauma on so many different levels. And that's why I'm talking about it, because the neural connection, past trauma experiences is how these narcissist people keep you in a mental confusion. Hit that light. It's all related because it's taking place. So somebody can be putting a mental spell, what they call it, but it's not really. It's like a trigger. It's like a form of hypnosis. Playing off you not knowing and distracting and distorting from the truth. For instance, me and Loose Cannon. Loose Cannon tries so much to distort from Snoop Dogg, this one and that one. You feel what I'm saying? That happens in real relationships. People try to stop you from getting to that internal truth. Now I got a whole nother truth. Where the hell is my mama? Now I'm mad. You feel me? Now if they thought I was just something last year, I let them niggas kick up a little dust. But now, it's like, damn, people got explaining to do. There's a lot of unraveling, and it's only so long people can stay quiet. Now, in my opinion, I don't give a fuck. People can die with their little stupid secrets. Press one, but I just think it'll be manly and womanly and humanly and morally of people to let us know so we have lineage and be able to tell our children about who we are. You motherfuckers be the people that cut us off from our own heritage by way of infiltrators and people with different last names. Y'all be in collusion with women who was thrown away by their husbands and boyfriends, and you would destroy your own children. And that's why I say this world is crazy. Press one. This world is crazy. These motherfucking men out here will give the whole lineage to a bunch of stepmothers and women before their sons. Press one. Hit that like button and subscribe. Oh, no fairy tales for this young black male. And as if it's ordained for us to be up under a matriarch. Nigga, we was lucky to make it out the womb, fool. Press one. We were lucky to make it. Now we know history. We don't know history I don't know this from nobody. I don't know history because one of these motherfuckers taught me this. Ain't nobody taking my shit. Teach me nothing about nothing real in life. I had to learn everything I learned from thugs and drug dealers and criminals and niggas in Universe 25. And within that, Kevin Gillespie. Press one. That's why I love niggas. That's why I'm like, man, it's really just so much trauma built in to a black male that he's a ticking time bomb, and if without discipline, you really end up in the penitentiary where you're expected to be. I understand Dory's at a whole nother level now. I'm like, damn. You'll find out tomorrow. Your whole reality is just like, this isn't so. Mm-mm. You know, it wasn't so. You see who in this chat room? There's a lot of people MIA up in here. Press one. That means a lot of family members got a lot of troll accounts. They just sit back watching, pretending to be other people. Press one.
Not like this.
That's all that means. See, well, if you know, you know. That's all. Hit that like button and subscribe. They be trying to. You won't. When you become a YouTuber, you're gonna realize people are really trolls. I had somebody come up in my chat room say, "Ooh, the boogeyman." Niggas ain't no boogeyman. Press one. Living in some goddamn dream world. Press. Fucking dream world head. Their asses be living in dream worlds for the rest of their life. I think that's the curse. I think some of them is just born to live in a dream world. We're always trying to hang out with people who don't really like them. I think that's their curse. All the betrayals in their life, all the people, all the setups, all the people that that people are hunted for the lives they sacrificed in this search for money, fame, and shit. So people are condemned and just want to be distractions in your life, even though like you tell people about what you're doing before you even do it. They don't never want to be the people. That's how you know who they is. They don't want to never be the people that take the hard lumps that come with anything about building nothing. They want to come after the fact. This is what they do. And then try to jump on your loyalty towards them. Huh? And then they be packed together, talking about, man, supposed to be loyalty, man, over royalty, remember? I ain't never remember. But I was in jail. Man. Rent was due. Well, I needed to buy a sandwich. Remember, we used to put sugar on the bread. I couldn't get a blanket. Remember, I was doing bad. Get out the house. You can't stay here. Okay. Press one. Oh, man. I remember all that. No. Press one. Hell no. I don't want to hear nothing. What? Hell no. That's the whole part. That's the trauma that's needed to propel me in my life. Thank you. No. That hurt. Press one. Motherfuckers will tell you no before you even ask. I was thinking, since I'm going to be sleeping in a cardboard box tonight, if I can just have a blanket and some and possibly some carpet to lay. No. Man, oh no. But we were supposed to be family members. You said you were my cousin or my auntie or my grandma's and them. No. But the drug dealers, when they get in trouble, y'all can bail them out of jail and they can stay here for years and years and years and years. I just need a couple days so I can. No. Right here. Family be like this. I know your baby mama. Press one, they be mad at mom. No. I already talked to him. What the fuck is y'all talking about? Fellas. And they be having their own families too. Press one. They be having their own families and shit and then try to borrow yours. And then guess what you doing right there? Bitch, go tell your family that. Or nigga, go tell your family. Nobody went through that. I mean, man, y'all quit this. Trying to hook me back up. No. I don't return to my past. Remember? I wasn't shit. Remember empaths? You had to suck it up. Remember, I wasn't shit. Say it with me. I was the one who couldn't add up. Sometimes you got to go through that, fellas. Remember, you got to face your narcissist and look them in the face and say shit like, you know what? I'm not good enough for you. That's the end of the fucking. You know what the fuck I'm about now? Holding yourself accountable. It's gonna thrust. Press 1. Say it with me. Chat room. Introvert empaths with superpowers. I'm not good enough for you. Okay, you win. Press 1. That way I don't have to work as hard as Eduardo put what would in your brain. That way we don't got to do no more comparison about what that nigga over there doing, about how niggas ain't shit and women can have any nigga that they want. We can end it all. You fellas, you can end the red pill just by telling the boss, you're right. Just lose once to this child. You know, it's like playing a game of basketball on a little Tykes basketball court. I'm sorry, this one. You know, go ahead, little man. And they shoot the ball, your little son, and you try to act like you was gonna block him, and he faked you out. You on your knees, and you still fall over. You let your son DDT you. You beat me, son. Now pin me. 1, 2, you won the belt. Take the belt. That's what I bought it for. You gotta see it as that. Give them the little, remember them little tight cars? Them Tyco cars you put in with the yellow top, they was red. You open the little plastic door. You know what I mean? And let the little kid run and beat you. You know what I'm saying? Race your son. Put a line in. Make him think you're going to run your hardest. I'll show you how we used to do this. And when you burning them, you can see the sweat coming off his face, and you just lighten up a little bit. You just see it in yourself. You realize that's what a good father would do. That's just what good men do. Win. Let them go. You did it, champion. Boy, I tell you. You know what I'm saying? Boy, I tell you, man, you really did it now. Let them win. They feel so powerful. Y'all see these women being investigated in Atlanta and in different mayors? Those are all narcissist women. And women, you know the fellas too. He's a narcissist asshole. She fucking him. Come on. No, I ain't never been to the apartment. That's what nigga you know ain't went to the apartment? Get the fuck out of here. Who she drink Grey Goose? Get the fuck out of here, man. Not pat your feet on the concrete. Heavenly. Freak by choice, not forced. I will never be charged with a rape. If she say no, I'ma let her be. Press 1. Too many women cherish me. Press 1. Everybody get loose with Grey Goose. Press 1. Only real people feel care. That's my trauma. It's my trauma. Forgive me. I'm Democrat. She said, I drink Grey Goose. Anybody say some shit like that? She drink E&J. Press 1. I don't drink that. I drink Grey Goose. Press 1. That E&J. Your ass off E&J. Press 1. Shit. I'm through with our community. It's one big traumatic experience. Every time we on the up and up, somebody from one of these characters activate our trauma and just let us down. And I'm tired of it. I'm like, go, black woman, go, become DA. No, she's sucking his dick. Oh, damn it. Every time. You know. We can't never do nothing right. Shit, make you want to, bro. I see white people move up and they just be like, you know what? I'm tired. I'm not going shopping over there on 42nd no more. I'm going way over there to Whole Food. Whole Food. Whole Food. It's about the experience. Fuck this. Press one. I can't help it. Trauma is your superpower. Let them go, bro. Ask correct questions. See who gaslighting you. You feel me? I had to call cousins and stuff and pretend like I was just hurt and just watch them. It just sound like they get off the phone and be like, okay, thank you. Hello? Girl, this nigga, guess what? It just sound like that. Fellas, you ever felt that? You suffering from trauma, post-traumatic stress syndrome from the maternity, from the matriarch of your damn family. Damn, nigga, he just, okay. Well, guess what? Guess what he say? Press one. I can't do it no more. Hit the like button. I only got 140 likes. I need 250. Shout out to y'all, man. I just hope people enjoy my morning radio shows right here on Channel 54, Kevo Radio, Empaths Strike Back. Don't be afraid to let it out. That's what a nurse told me in school. I know things are going on at home. Don't be afraid to let it out. I was like, huh? Ain't nothing going on. I said, yeah. It was like, she put me in a hypnosis state. I just had to let it out. Don't be afraid to let it out, huh? What the fuck? How is you talking about? I don't know what the fuck, man. I did. But what is okay? I'm not gonna let them know we talk. My safe place. You gotta have a safe place, press one. If you don't got a safe place, a friend you can talk to, you're around the wrong people. If you can talk to me about your problems and give me the burden of trying to help see you through it, and you're not there for me, woo, that's wrong. Press one. My type of trauma is on another level. So you got to be on another level. That's why women feel like they, I don't know if I can take a nigga like that, because the trauma I got, you got to be motherfucking all that energy. And let me see how much it is. Let me see. You not finna get me with the Kev. Oh. Let me hold you down. No, nigga, I ain't hurt and lost like that. A lot of women think they gonna take care of you and think that they call a nigga in a detrimental state. No, this ain't that. I'm free. Free. But no, this ain't that. Because a lot of our women in our communities, only way they know is because they've been dating Pookies and Ray Rays, so they figured they got to take care of a nigga. My community makes sure I'm straight. Press one, so you got to do more. You feel me? So like, oh, girl, yeah, you support a lot and overwhelmingly, but I don't give a fuck about no money. You know? You fucking want a nigga who don't care about all that. That's because I've been through some stuff. You see? I would think you're trying to use that to control me. And yeah, I like to shine. But control? Press one. This ain't no Janet Jackson video. You got to understand Mr. Gillespie's position, what I'm doing in life. Look, George Washington Gillespie, Dizzy Gillespie, Kevin Gillespie. Press one. Kevin. See how inclined I am to the word of God? That's my foundation, the word of God. You got to be a woman of great substance. That's not my fault, narcissist. Blame it on my baby mama. And you got me fucking high substance. Oh man, you're not one of them dudes who say the man is the prize. Sounds good to me. Press one. I don't need nothing. Y'all created a world where the independent woman is everything. And boom. You talking to a nigga who was put up in the house some goddamn weird. Shunned away from the community. How you doing, black woman? Shut up, punk. Them ain't Michael Jordan shoe. Traumatized. You feel me? You damn right. Because remember DMX say, see, I think about, in the famous words of DMX, I think about what a nigga didn't have. And a nigga told a joke. And the bitches didn't laugh. See, now I do the math. And I see if you got this and this, and this and this. Because some cats, that nigga's the shit. And that's all y'all was fucking with. Ain't that the truth? And that's all they fucking with. You just don't know. These women ain't for real. These chickens don't go. That's facts, bro. I got a standard. Press one. Traumatized. Press one. Nah, bro. Y'all be in front of the world like, hey, black men ain't got no problem. Our problem is this bullshit. D-Jack cracked up. D-Jack, I'm a fool, huh? You might as well come on the show, bro. You might as well be my right-hand man. I know D-Jack was like, oh, blood got us with that. That nigga always got a punchline ready to go. Press one. D-Jack. D-Jack be pulling up trying to smoke with me and don't want to come on the show. Press what? He should be I'm thinking on the Coffee and Kush morning show, because he's a person who grew up with trauma. He just don't want, he's too shy. See, he grew up in the blood territory. I grew up in the Crip territory, and we need a Hoover and a Teresa to make this a complete pop. Making the fucking clown show back on Fig won't have shit on us. I'm just trying to tell you. Make it like the United Nations of the Democratic Party. Royal Purple say Pookies and Ray Ray. That's true. Pookies and Ray Rays. All the black women love Pookies and Ray Rays. When we was coming up, all my advice, they used to try to tell me good advice, be this type of good man, and they was abusing men. Press one. Because they was out here fucking Pookies and Ray Rays. They didn't want to date me. I was a good guy. Press one. I was too good. You feel me? I didn't have the right hairline to match the motherfucker. Press one. I didn't have the wave. So they denied me. Press But that didn't make me hate black women. That made me accept it. You feel me? I just had standards. Now I got standards. I turned the bad into something good. See, sometimes you got to do that. Oh, that's how y'all gonna do? I got standards now. Press one. And then I moved in like this. And I said, fine, that's how they gonna do me. So another race of women said, Kev, press one. And then black women started looking like this. That's fucked up. You ain't nothing but a piece of shit. You said no. Press one. And I got to learn real. You said no. What the fuck? My shoes didn't match. So I bought Vans, changed my style up to a skateboarder. I didn't have a skateboard because I didn't know how to ride. But guess what? Press one. Fine then. Press one. That's what I knew. I said, these black women ain't shit. That's fucked up. So this shit y'all going through on a computer, I feel you. But nigga, bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro, that's some gallon shit. No. Oh, that's how you. Oh, you feel me? And a lot of us was done that way by black women. Not all black women is like that. Not all. We just in the Democrat Party, in democracy. LAUSD. If you wasn't a gangbanger or a Tyrone or a basketball player, you wouldn't get no action. Fuck them quantum physics books you got. That's fucked up. You know, they don't like the button up. Hell no, they don't like the button up, the pearl snap, nothing. They didn't like none of that shit. Nigga, if you wasn't walking with the long Nipsey, press one. If you wasn't walking with the long Nipsey, nigga, bro, with the long walk, that's how niggas walk to school. Y'all think they playing? I ain't nothing like them fucking rap niggas. That's how they walk to school. Long, sagging ass walks. All the girls like, look how them gangbangers, they walk like this. What the fuck can we do? What the fuck can we do? But that is trauma, bro. You look at Anton Daniels. Anton Daniels just got him some external coochie and he running amok. He got a divorce. He like, man, fuck these bitches, man. He just created a whole little network of, man, you know what? These women ain't shit and just, fuck this brain. The nigga could have turned out like that. I don't say that about sisters, of course, but y'all gotta understand. I suffered the worst hand at the hand of sisters. I should have the most traumatic, like, ooh, I would never. But that ain't true. That ain't true. I've learned, the traumas that families and sisters and cousins and all of these things that we experience growing up. It's not everybody. Just like I learned at an early age, white people ain't racist as I thought, and or Asian people ain't just into computers. I'm just playing. They really is. But I'm saying though, there's still more attributes to individuals. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn. The motherfuckers really know a lot, bro, about these things that in movies would be the aliens and artificial intelligence, motherfucker. Press what? If this world, if this world was like a movie, Asian people would be artificial intelligent aliens. That's fucked up, but it's true. If it was a movie, the white people will be like, fuck all that. We know. The Asian people will be like, let me tell y'all something. Did y'all see what's going around on Instagram? I know you did because I saw it on Instagram. AI created the Vikings, and they were all Asian. AI don't backstab the creators. Nigga, the Vikings were all Asians and black people from over there. I told you. They're Attila the Hun, all them. It wasn't just, listen. I was tripping. I said, no. AI don't turn on. That's why they tripping. Oh, shit, we going to have to plug. AI finna tell you the truth. Google, what color was King George? Google it. Put on AI. AI going to paint a picture of Mr. Gillespie sitting on YouTube like this. Again, you build these computers to take the collective, the whole neurology, the neurons of humans, and each one of us have this, and you're trying to mind control these motherfuckers by way of propaganda, and you ask this supercomputer, Siri, what? Draw me a composite of the original Vikings and the Chinese people. I see why they were incorporated in the 1940s and 50s and made into the United Nations and scrambled our memory into knowing who is who and what is what. You feel me? That's just like, wow. I also found this week while I've been doing my research, speaking about Universe 25 and the trauma that's associated with it, is there is a drug. We talked about this, but you not know. I just found the video that will completely wipe your memory, and they can insert a new memory pattern in your mind. Now listen to me. You ever seen Manchurian Candidate? I said they will wipe your memory with this drug and implant a new mindset in the subjects. This is this is declassified information. I'm telling you so freely and cool. Press one. You better support the broadcast. They found this. Google it. But they didn't want to say what drug it was. I tell you, it's LSD 25 for Universe 25. And the study of that little rat program, we lived it. That's the science behind it was done on rats for humans for it to be done in the least way. So Cat Williams just came out and said the chocolate, they put LSD in drugs. What made the Nazis so crazy was they put the drugs, acid, LSD 25, opioids, in chocolate, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. They put it in the bread, Wonder Bread. They put it in various different things that we will consume and have us living and wiping our memory at the same time. That's why when drugs, heroin and stuff and black tar was then pumped into the communities, we were so susceptible to it, even unknowingly, because you was already under the influence by way of chemical and enhanced breads and foods that we will have in our communities. Press one. Cereals and oatmeal. Let's talk that shit. You get a bigger perspective. You know? You get a bigger perspective of the science projects that was going on. Remember where I told y'all at the World Fairs, Wonder Bread. Remember they went under they was under LSD, Wonder Bread. They was bringing chemicals and infusing that shit in the bread, and people was bugged out. I told you that happened at the World Fair. A lot of people were seen as zombies because they was fucked up. The drinks have been spiked. You ever seen that like on the Titanic horror movies where the drinks are swiped and the very people who were there to be amused were executed? And that's why they can't tell you the real history of how they overthrew your nation, destroyed it, and rebuilt right on top of it. Its body's all up under America. They just built right on top of black communities, what you would call black community, and merged the people with the artificial ship, like the Philadelphia experiment. Press one. They just merged your people. Fluoride and soy, same thing. But back in the day, see, Lewis, it was a real chemical and biological warfare attack. You know, the atom bomb is really dope, LSD 25, to erase and destroy the brain. Well, you can take the theatrical approach with China or whatever they did on them, Hiroshima, or you can really pay attention to the atom bomb, the wiping of one memory. And from a chemical standpoint, a historical standpoint, dealing with black people, atom bomb and that theatrical thing that they got, that happened to black people with dope and chemical warfare. Look at my man Kellogg. All of these companies were the initial investors in Disney. That's why I keep telling y'all, Disney did the most illegal thing because it's one corporation made of many. Kind of like the United Nations and the United States of America. It's the same thing. But Disney has all the corporate functions, body. Who you think is running grid and keeping the black community under this? I was telling y'all, this is why. Who's controlling grid? Who funds that? Disney. They need that. That's what creates the hood. That's what creates the diamond. That's what creates the the roads that grew from concrete so we can profit off of it. No, y'all got to know that. You got to know that all of these chemicals was put into our foods and into the water supply. That's another level of insane. When people were drugged and actually died in bed and never woke up again because the water that was supplying all of the water in black neighborhoods were drugged and put LSD was put into the water. They were spraying pesticides, aka chemical warfare, over y'all communities, and nobody's even bringing that up. So all of this has to do with trauma. If you're not aware of that, you'll just be a wild, mad person living in 2020, 2024. You wonder what's wrong with these people. These different traumas, they know already. They know what they're called. You're just not being diagnosed. Press 1. All of these different traumas and chemicals was studied on monkeys and rats for you to behave this way and you not know why. If you're not aware of the trauma and you play ignorant that there's even trauma associated with why people are acting this way and out of control and so desensitized to death and all that, maybe it has to do with post-traumatic stress disorder and the neuronal network. Press 1. Maybe it got something to do with that. Remember I told y'all with the 1988 and how gangs in these movies created. That's Harvey Weinstein in the movies created the hood, created the trauma, created the mindset of kill each other to rob these people and their forefathers of their land. Again, they created, what's that, eminent domain and all of these other things that will lead into properties being stolen. And you don't think that has anything to do with we and SoftBank, you got another thing coming. If you don't think, like Lord Fishburne said, yeah, y'all being used to bring the value down to our homes, if you don't think that's not orchestrated by black people have to play the gang role, okay? Black people, blacks. There's nobody's gonna do that but you. They need you to do it. So the black gang is the infiltrator, is the destroyer of our community. The black gangbanger, Whack 100, Big U, all of that shit is the destruction of blacks' neighborhoods. It's true. And it's a reoccurring trauma thing. Let's say it with me. Reoccurring trauma theme. So I'm going to take a look at how 4 different ways trauma changes the brain. Because you got to study that. The people. I can only entertain you so much. Well, you got to study 4 ways trauma changed the brain. I'm not just talking. Hey, D-Jack, we almost ready for the gamer channel, bro. We almost ready. I got new friends and everything for the right server. You just pay attention in class, and you got it. We got friends forever. Trust me. Okay. And Miss Louise, shout out to you. 4 ways trauma, and if we don't understand this, we'll never get out of trauma. You feel me? We won't understand. It's all the way down to how we were programmed. Okay? They know how trauma affects the brain, but they only know that about war and when a soldier. I'm telling you, this is what Tupac was on. When you saw Tupac Shakur, he's explaining the trauma in theater by way of the experience of a young black male. Press 1. That's why I'm starting my radio show. That's why you got to support my broadcast and support the endeavors. Don't just say, Kev Gill, support the row. Angelita said, not the ENJ. Yeah, the ENJ. You feel me? 4 ways trauma changes the brain. Let's go.
Traumatic experiences like abuse, assault, or witnessing violence or tragedy can leave people feeling constantly on edge. And PTSD can impact your emotions, your stability, your relationships, right?
Wow. Let's just take your life, for instance. Democratic minded person living in the hood with these people with numbers on their face. Okay, I'm talking to y'all, I'm talking to us.
Witnessing violence or
listen.
tragedy can leave people feeling constantly on edge. And PTSD can impact your emotions, your stability, your relationships, right? Trauma can also have an impact on physical and mental health.
Boom.
And these are really common experiences for many people. And they're due in part to 4 ways that your brain changes after experiencing trauma.
Now,
But the good
wow.
news is that when you understand how trauma impacts the brain, these symptoms can often be reversed. You can learn to heal.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so quick review. When you experience something threatening or dangerous or just witness something happening to someone else, your brain activates the fight, flight, freeze response, essentially the survival mode.
Huh? Now listen, when you're an African American, have you ever experienced a flight, flight, freeze situation? You see the police, something like that, hurt people, causes you to want to what? Flee? When they catch people, what's the response? I was scared. And we say, nigga, you didn't do nothing wrong. I was scared. That's because they're suffering from fight, flight, or freeze. They either, and what do the police say? Freeze. Why do they say freeze? So you don't fight or flight. Take flight. So the person say freeze. You say, wait, I'm not doing anything. Wait. You see, it's you got to understand how your body is even programmed to understand that. It's really psychological. This is what you're caught
in the reptile part of your brain.
Damn.
This response helps keep you safe. It shuts down thinking. It releases a surge of hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, and it sends blood to the big muscles so you can fight or run away.
Boom. And then they come in what? Military geared out. The cars is opening with a Thor. Boom, 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 boom. It's creating a scene for adrenaline, adrenochrome, fear, flight. Then what happens? People end up dead in adrenochrome, blood in the streets, and the rocks cry out when thugs cry. Press 1. And we see, you're not ready to address the adrenochrome. Why? How it even gets to the point of rushing through what's going on. This fear factor. Let's go.
Okay, so quick review. When you experience something threatening or dangerous or just witness something happening to someone else, your brain activates the fight, flight, freeze response, essentially the survival mode in the reptile part of your brain. This response helps keep you safe. It shuts down thinking. It releases a surge of hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, and it sends blood to the big muscles so you can fight or run away.
See?
This gets your heart pounding, it speeds up your breathing, and all of this is so that you're prepared to take physical action to stay safe. And then after the threat has passed, your nervous system should go back into restorative mode, the rest and digest mode. But with PTSD, something interferes with your ability to feel safe.
Yes, the reptile part of your brain is the R complex. Press 1. That's where Loki is. That's what's controlling the psyche. You're under the influence of mind control made and passed by amended laws. So what I'm telling you, yes, reptile part of your brain. While you daydreaming, this is a scientific study on your trauma. I'm trying to tell you. They got you in psychology. They got the science down. And you see? They need you to stay traumatized enough to remain black in law. You understand? So every encounter is damn near traumatizing. When the police get behind you, what did Gregory say? Damn that, I ain't did nothing. That's the first. Why are you behind me? You're not feeling like that for nothing. You feel me, Anjanita? You don't get tense for nothing. The automatic response, trauma response kicks in and boom. You don't even know. A lot of us is just going to work. And we get fear. And how do they walk up? Hey, keep your arms right there, or I can see them insinuating you may have a weapon. I don't even have a weapon. Get the glove box. Or I can get my driver's and registration that's in the glove box. Yes, what you reaching for? I'm reaching for the glove box. And why are you, bro? Look, get out the car. See, it's already it's created this whole Nazi style by way of predictive programming. We've seen it on TV. You won't even experience it. Every experience with the police is traumatic. They don't have to shoot you to trigger you, to keep you in submission mentally. And through all this, none of your rights are activated. Wow. Are even considered.
Brain and your body stay stuck in this mode. So even when
And so you don't insert your right. So you don't invoke your right. This has to happen. Okay? The traumatic experience.
you're safe, your brain and your body stay tense. They're on high alert. And you don't ever or don't often revert back to that restorative mode. So when trapped in a constant trauma response, people with PTSD experience 4 types of difficult symptoms. These include painful thoughts, which is like upsetting memories, flashbacks, and memory loss. Intense emotions, feeling helpless, anxious, ashamed, scared, jumpy, angry, feeling blame or persistent negativity, or just feeling numb. Bodily changes, so these include increased heart rate, feeling jittery or on edge, startling easily.
So when they say, why you seem nervous? You say, I'm not nervous. They know it's an intense moment for you. Think of it like a statistical breakdown. Why you nervous? Oh my God, now I'm nervous. If I told you, if I just say the word, if I say, don't think about a blue whale, you're going to think about a blue whale. Don't think about a killer whale. If I say don't think about a dog, don't think about your dog, you're going to think about the dog. The imagery is going to. So it's reverse psychology. It's hypnotism. If you're not operating under common law and by way of the Republic and King George, you're hypnotized and you're a criminal and you belong in an asylum somewhere. So how do you flip that? Create a world where they think the asylum is real life and accept the amending powers. That's crazy.
Unexpected rage or tears, short and shallow breathing, panic attacks, insomnia, or nightmares. And then the 4th category of symptoms is behavioral changes. So this is usually avoidance of anything related to the trauma or its memories. Now, these symptoms show up because after experiencing trauma, your brain changes on a physical level. Now, this isn't simply damage, as people would perhaps think.
But
it's your brain adapting to the experience that the world isn't safe.
Wow. So it's not even your decision. The neuron in your brain that's controlling your eyeballs and your mind and your movements is fidgety. Just like when old white people say, I can't be around no black people. I get real jittery and the same shit, okay? And fidgety. Wait a minute. This shit, just being around y'all, I can't even fucking breathe. And I'm just getting coffee. God damn it. Shit. Move.
And in my opinion, it's your brain taking measures to help you avoid future dangers. So essentially, your brain makes you more danger avoidant. Your brain is super moldable. It adapts and it rewires depending on what we experience and how we use our brain. So when we experience trauma, here are 4 ways that the brain changes or adapts after that experience. So first, the amygdala. This is an area of the brain that scans for threats and it connects memories and emotions. So this is kind of like the smoke alarm of the brain. And after trauma, it becomes much more active. It becomes much more sensitive and more likely to alert, to turn on that alarm when it perceives a threat. Survivors become less tolerant of stress and little things make them feel more anxious. So common things like loud noises, people entering a room from behind, or seeing someone who reminds them of an aggressor, these can all trigger that threat response, even when the loud noise is just fireworks, or when that person with a beard is actually just a waiter.
I'm telling you, remember that cop had acorns drop, hit the car, boom, boom, boom. This motherfucker pulled the gun out and started blasting. The motherfucker in the car with handcuffs on. And you don't even understand why he's triggered. What triggered this cop? Now listen to me. I'm fair. What triggered the cop to grab his motherfucking gun? Think about it. Don't just condemn a person. Think about it from a level of, and I want my class to do it, from mental health, triggers, responses. That cop probably has an extensive, good record. Probably been working that community forever. Everybody probably know him. Trigger. What the fuck? I don't know what happened. I heard the acorn hit the car. My brain. Boom, 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 boom. That's crazy, G.
Right? I've had clients who felt triggered by grasshoppers or radiators, and both of these things are actually safe, but the amygdala associates them with trauma and then sets off that red alert. So to summarize, with PTSD, the amygdala becomes more sensitive. Okay, second, brain scans indicate that after trauma, the hippocampus shrinks. So the hippocampus is the part of the brain that processes emotions and memories. After trauma...
Wow. You ever see a motherfucker say, they ain't even like ain't got no feelings? What did the sister say in the video? Maybe they ain't never experienced love. Maybe they don't even know what that is. Damn. Desensitized. Numb. Listen to me. I got friends who's just like, they was wild, y'all. They ain't never coming home. Made a traumatic mistake under chemical imbalance. You call drugs and never coming home again. But we can take what we learn from our people's condition, because this is what we're trapped in. And what did I say? Trapped in trauma. Do that make sense to y'all now? Trapped in trauma. How Universe 25 was created.
Stress hormones essentially kill off cells in the hippocampus, making it less effective at processing emotions. This also makes it hard for the brain to distinguish between the past and the present. So this is essentially what
it fucks up. It distorts your time. Now listen to me. So when you do have memories and you get older, they will be all over the place, compartmentalized. So they'll be coming in like you may be thinking about your past and then it'll break. And some things will come in at a different time. Every time you're thinking about it, it's get more a little Picasso-ish. You see it, but it's kind of, yes.
Flashback is. It's your brain experiencing a memory that feels like it's happening right now. People who've experienced trauma, they may have missing memories, fragmented memories, or painful memories that pop up when they don't want them. And when these memories pop up, they re-trigger the amygdala. So essentially the amygdala perceives the memories as a new threat and sends off, that alarm that restarts that trauma cycle, that whole flooding of the fight, flight, freeze response and all those physical changes and the stress hormones and all of that. Now, these changes to the hippocampus...
Let me go back and try to understand. Wow.
Stress hormones and all of that. Now, they re-trigger the amygdala brain to distinguish between the past and the present. So this is essentially what a flashback is. It's your brain experiencing a memory that feels like it's happening right now. People who've experienced trauma, they may have missing memories, fragmented memories, or painful memories that pop up when they don't want them.
Wow.
And when these memories pop up, they re-trigger the amygdala. So essentially the amygdala perceives the memories as a new threat and sends off, that alarm that restarts that trauma cycle, that whole flooding of the fight, flight, freeze response and all those physical changes and the stress hormones and all of that. Now, These changes to the hippocampus, they can also contribute to short-term memory loss. But the connection between the hippocampus and the amygdala gets stronger. Like these two love talking to each other now. And so essentially this maintains that fear response over time.
Boom. You see that? Keep them right there.
Even if you can't remember the traumatic event,
Look.
your smoke alarm is still going to blare with the slightest trigger.
Wow.
Okay, number 3, the prefrontal cortex shrinks. So this is the part of the brain that essentially handles higher order thinking and planning, rational
goodness.
thought and language, things like that. This part of the brain becomes disrupted by constantly reverting back to that fight, flight, freeze part of the brain, or the reptile part of the brain. So when you're stuck in fight, flight, freeze, or hypervigilance, the thinking part of the brain gets turned down. And the way that neuroplasticity works is the more we use a part of the brain, the more it grows pathways there. But the less we use a part of the brain, those pathways gets trimmed. So when we can't use reason to think through our traumatic memories or sensations, then it makes it hard for us to override that danger signal that the amygdala and hippocampus are sending. And it makes it harder to remind ourselves that the danger is not real. So because that prefrontal cortex has shrunk a little bit, it makes it harder to process through those memories. It makes it harder to speak about what happened. It makes it harder to think clearly and rationally. And you can see how a person can get trapped in a loop of trauma.
Wow. Do y'all hear this? Then you'll be able to see how a person gets trapped in a loop of trauma.
Get treatment. So these symptoms just make it harder and harder to escape the cycle of PTSD.
See?
Okay, number 4, the last way your brain is impacted.
So if you're continuously bombarding your frontal cortex with this, reaffirming your fear factor, you will never get out of the trauma loop, the wheel, ever. That's what Einstein created, but that's what the wheel is about. That's what this shit is. You'll never get out of this psycho ward and regain your place because you're out of place mentally. You're out of your mind. You are on earth believing that Mickey Mouse deserves more sovereignty. Mickey Mouse is 50 corporations or 50 niggas that's on the chest of Tupac. I got 50 niggas trying to kill me. The 50 nations who have come together by way of incorporating their Canaan laws and you adhering to their amending powers to King George's or George Washington's and his corporate state, the laws here. So you're under Canaan by way of trauma. Only way you know is slavery and all this other traumatic experiences. I told you every year is another reason for you to be under that. Then Tamika Mallory, here come George Soros. Black Lives Matter. It's going to further overthrow. So y'all just fought. Don't get mad at Dr. King. Black Lives Matter and Trans Lives Matter fought for all this illegal immigration that you see. That's how Martin Luther King said what he said. He sold my people into a burning house. That's what Mason and Tamika Mallory did. It's the same play.
It is really through the broader nervous system. So this constant flooding with stress hormones keeps the body locked in an activated sympathetic state or the fight, flight, freeze state. It's also known as hyperarousal. So you feel constantly on edge, you feel jittery, you feel stressed out until you get exhausted. Then you have adrenal fatigue, right? You shut down and you feel depressed. So being stuck in this state of an overactive, dysregulated nervous system leads to a lot of strain on the body, and that can contribute to
dis-ease,
chronic illnesses.
Chronic illness. Remember the chronic? Chronic illness, dis-ease by way of frequency. What you think is what you are, diabetic. All of these different things that black people who've been programmed a specific way all fall under. Now you got a pill for that. when it's really something else that's causing the dis-ease of the body. This is what Dr. Sabian was talking about. Mucus and being all this stuff really is coming from your mind, and what you eating is not sufficient enough to carry the load. Come on.
Like autoimmune disorders, low functioning of the immune system, diabetes, obesity, muscle tension, chronic pain, and problems with like sleep and the gut and your heart health. So those are the 4 ways
to put you
that
through
trauma,
a traumatic state. So when I tell you you traumatized or you got to get away from these narcissists and stuff like that, yeah, fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Get out of this web of trauma, this continuous loop, and all those who have handlers type abilities to trigger and keep you there. You have to, especially as a black male. You can explain it to your girl later, but you have to, because this is what you grew up in, and nobody is adhering to you. Nobody is hearing you. You don't start watching bisexual men on YouTube tell you to hate the women. No. This has everything to do with Adam and his ability to hold himself accountable.
impacts your brain and nervous system in general. But just like how your brain changed.
Evelyn Bland said, so all of these diseases ain't hereditary. It's our trauma. Yes, Evelyn. This is what I'm saying, Evelyn Bland. I'm trying to tell you, it's all these diseases is just hereditarily to you. No, that's what the scientists say. It's our trauma, and we're going to stay in dis-ease. You know, dis-ease, disease, dis-ease, uneasy in the mind, split-minded, fear, cautious, afraid, this one, and wonder, this one, not sure of one life. Come on, wake up.
In response to trauma, it can heal too, and this is called neuroplasticity. So your brain adapted the trauma response as a functional way to deal with real threats and dangers. Your brain's not out to get you, but it also has a built-in ability to change in response to healing and perceived safety. So the amygdala can learn to chill out.
Yeah.
The hippocampus can relearn to process emotions. And your nervous system.
So people can be rehabilitated. People in prison that is non-compos mentos and may be criminally convicted for non-rehabilitation can be rehabilitated. And they know this. You're under 94 crime bill where Joe Biden said you cannot be rehabilitated. And even if we knew how they rehabilitated themselves, they wouldn't. We don't know how they did it. And that's a lie. Yes, you do. All right, holding yourself accountable. Damn, bro.
The amygdala can learn to chill out. The hippocampus can.
You ever seen these traumatized gangbangers and shit get out of prison after God blessed them with one more chance, and you can see them trying, knowing what's how fast they can come get you, they trying to hit the church, they trying to find some spirit. They ain't never experienced that. They learned that in jail and some shit. Criminality is not permanent. No. It's not something you can just 3-strike you out for stealing candy bars because you got 3 crimes. And then you got to spend the rest of your, because you can't be taught how to not be a criminal. I don't believe that. That's deep. That's a different fight. You feel me? That's a different purpose of being alive for me. Helping a generation and generations of the past and to come realize the urgency in preventive tactics to turn away children from being traumatized and having their innocence and their creativity and their imaginations ripped from them at such a young, early age. That's important. Press one. What? What? You didn't know I can talk like that? Press one. Is that like my dad? That nigga can't hit him. You know, I ain't even gonna lie to you. That's Michael Jackson, bro. Michael Jackson said that, not me. I seen that on my Instagram one day. I said, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Michael Jackson. He said, that's why I love children I wasn't allowed to experience. I spent my childhood alone. I can relate to that. Press one, traumatized people can relate to Michael Jackson. Ain't that something? That's why Mike is the best. That's why. Not because he moonwalked, because Mike, we all seen ourselves in Mike, a traumatized person that wasn't allowed to, and we all knew that. And we watched this whole world just do him that way. That's messed up, but people got to pay for that. Insane. Let's get back to the trauma.
Relearn to process emotions, and your nervous system can strengthen its ability to revert back to that parasympathetic or that rest and digest response. We can target these structures in the brain and in the body through cognitive work and through body-based work.
Look.
So a couple of the ways that we can do this are through yoga, mindfulness, writing exercises. So just think.
Now look, you don't need to do yoga because you know me. But peaceful things. Peaceful things. And if yoga is your thing, fine, do some yoga. Fine. Get you a little position. But writing.
Of this, right? You're having a
get what you're supposed to get out of it and leave the rest.
Trauma response. You're having these big, intense emotions, and you sit down and you make yourself write about it. That's turning on the prefrontal cortex. That's clarifying that in the present moment you are safe. It's helping your hippocampus process through memories, and that sends a message to your amygdala that you're actually safe, right? So something as simple as a writing exercise can help rewire your brain from that trauma. Okay, more types of treatments include CBT, EMDR, somatic experience. These are all treatments that help your brain and body rewire and restore your inner sense of safety and clarity. Now, there's a lot of studies out there that show that your brain can rewire like this, but here, let me give you one example. Research using MRI scans of the brain show that mindfulness practice is correlated with growth in the hippocampus and shrinking of the amygdala. So essentially, it reverses the effects of trauma. I teach a bunch of these skills on my channel, so check out my Healing Trauma playlist if you'd like to learn more, or you could check out my free course, Grounding Skills for Anxiety and Trauma. The link's in the description below. And in an upcoming video, we're going to talk about how being transformed by trauma can lead to good things.
Wow, just simple stuff like that. Simple stuff like that. If people knew what was driving their trauma and their responses and things of that nature, they wouldn't be acting like that. They would have the wherewithal to know. You know, they got to know how the memory stores, how the brain stores traumatic experience. Every person in jail, once they sit down long enough, realize, wow, God brought me here to self-evaluate and see the trauma in my life and how it all led to all this stuff on my body, to this criminal activity. People get a chance to experience that. And you don't got to go to jail to experience that. Press 1, you can come right here to the road and experience how bodies store trauma. Let's take a listen.
You know, one thing I like to say when I give a lecture, are there any normal people who come from normal families in the audience? And sometimes one or two people raise their hands. I say, can I please come to your family for Thanksgiving? Because I've never been to a normal family. My name is Bessel van der Kolk. I'm a psychiatrist, neuroscientist. I have been studying trauma for about 50 years now. I've treated a whole variety of different traumatized populations, see trauma in many different countries around the world, and I am the author of the book, The Body Keeps the Score.
Yes, the bomb. He's a psychiatrist. Remember on the Manchurian Candidate, they were psychiatrists dealing with the brain, neuroscientists. Remember that. So I'm glad that you caught that. This is the destruction of Adam. This was how they broke him down. But see it from the different light and get it from the people themselves on how they study is very important to Care Bro and the university, so you can see them actually telling you what it is. I wonder if he did this to gangbangers, if he understood the psychology of them.
It's important for people to realize that not every mental health professional knows what we're talking about here. The mainstream system of psychiatry, psychology is that there is something wrong with you and I need to fix you. That's a very different attitude than dealing with trauma. Around that time that I first started to work for the VA, a group of us started to define what trauma is and started to define what happens to people. 1978 was the year, and the Vietnam War was over by about 6 or 7 years. The very first day that I met Vietnam veterans, I was just blown away. They kept referring back to their dead comrades. Their hearts seemed to be with the people who were no longer around. They had a hard time loving their wives and girlfriends.
Look.
They had a hard time being in any way meaningfully involved in the present. These were guys who were my age, who were smart.
Now, if you are not involved in the present, you are in a different world. Press 1. You see, I'm the observer in my life. So, life here evolves around me. And I try to observe and play the scientist in my life. The minute I veer off into traumatic experience memory and things of this nature, it triggers a chain reaction of, wow, this. And you may see this like, damn, like you see what I just posted yesterday, but that was all a trigger. Like, whoa, my memory hit me back. Like, wait, what's this? Boom, 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 and lots more. So that's just, it's like interesting to pay attention to how your brain controls your body and your thinking, and where it comes from and what words are being used to trigger that. It's not witchery and enchantment. You have to learn psychology and these things. So it's not a woo thing. It's a wow. I now know neurological magic. I see how it's the allegorical versus the science. Like, boom, go ahead.
Competent, but they clearly were just a shadow of their former self. And what was also really striking is they were sort of passive much of the time, and then people told them something that was disappointing, and they went from 0 to 10 and blew up and became extremely angry.
0 to 100.
Something seemed to have happened to them.
Boom.
And made it very hard for them to modulate their responses to the environment.
Look, boom.
My colleagues and I started to think about how is what these guys suffer from different from what other people who are in psychiatry textbooks suffer from. So I dug up a book that was written in 1941 by Abram Gardner, who had been working with World War soldiers.
Oh my goodness.
These guys suffer from a physioneurosis. Their bodies continue to re-experience that very terrible, frightening situation. And that event keeps coming back in terms of images, behaviors.
At night I can't sleep. I toss and turn in my life. My mind playing tricks on me. Dun 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 dun. Come on now.
And physical sensations. So that became the core of our definition.
Heavenly Father, I'm a soldier. Press 1. This is Tupac.
Of PTSD. We write These people have been exposed to an extraordinary event
Look.
that's outside of normal human experience.
Now, come on.
And in retrospect,
You have to accept that. You have to accept you've experienced something that's outside of normal human experience.
that shows us how ignorant and narrow-minded we were, because it turned out that this is not an unusual experience at all.
You ain't even supposed to went through that.
Trauma is actually, unlike what we first thought, extremely common. 1 out of 5 women in America has a history of sexual molestation. Even a lot of men have histories of sexual molestation. 1 out of 4 kids get beaten very hard by their parents. 1 out of 8 kids see physical fights between their parents. People usually think about the military when they talk about trauma. But when we started to work with inner city kids, the amount of trauma that these kids experience
The who? Inner city kids.
is just unspeakable. The nature of trauma is that an experience enters into your ears, into your skin, into
You don't hear it? What? You don't hear it? Enter your ears, bro.
an experience enters into your ears, into your skin, into your eyes, and it goes down into a very primitive part of your brain
Look.
that automatically interprets what is going on. Is this dangerous or is this safe?
What it says? Planted seeds in my brain, sparking a flame. In my mind, like a match, such a dirty game. No memories, just a what? Painting a picture as my enemies killing me in my sleep. Will I survive to the morning to see the sun? Come on, y'all. This is the traumatic experience being explained.
An event becomes traumatic when
Why
there
you
is
think I called him Dr. Shakur?
nothing you can do to stave off the inevitable, and your body starts automatically going to a state of fight, flight, or collapse. The lingering effect of trauma is that you continue to react to mild stressors as if your life is in danger. And so you tend to become hyper-reactive. Somebody may irritate you in the supermarket. You may develop road rage. You may have a difficult time putting up with misbehavior from your spouse or your kids. And most people actually are barely aware or not aware at all that their reactions that they're having right now are actually rooted in experiences they have had before. That event itself is over, but you continue to react to things as if you're in danger. So the big challenge of treating trauma is how do we help people to live in bodies that feel fundamentally safe?
When old boy got that job and he put on that hard hat and went to work, what did he say he was relieved from? Man, I ain't got to worry about people looking at me and trying to rob me from the back and trying to see where I'm from, and he don't have that on his mind when he's at work. Press 1. Am I explaining things correctly to y'all? These brothers in them videos didn't have the fear on their mind of a gangbanger. The word fear is being caught slipping. This is really a battlefield. This is real PTSD. A nigga seeing you at work and boom. So you don't have that. So that's why I say you got to have something to do. Nipsey was like, get you some money, you will feel different. Get you a trade. Find something that you like to do and turn the profit over for yourself and keep doing that. Do something other than be a victim of your circumstance.
The tradition in mental health is to dismiss the reality of people's lives. For example, it's only in the past few years that people are beginning to talk about the impact of poverty, or the impact of racism, or the impact of unemployment. And people have sort of been labeling people, oh, there's something wrong with you, let me fix you. But if you go to a physician or a mental health practitioner who doesn't understand that, they're going to try to fix you with drugs or cognitive behavioral treatment to not do these crazy things anymore. It usually doesn't work very well. What was very clear is that being in a relationship where people can hear you, where you can talk about how badly you feel,
Look.
where you can talk about your guilt, and where you can start opening up where these feelings come from, how old these feelings are, and how you develop these feelings in response to
You need a friend, someone you can talk to. You need a therapy, which is you go open up, open your heart up, be able to talk about it. We'll shy away from that. We'll tell our homeboys all of our problems with our girl, but won't talk to them about what's up with us. Like, you know, motherfuckers out here running from themselves. Too worried about the next nigga or the next person. Excuse my French. I got people in my life worried about me, so trying to distract me when they the one with the mental illness. I'm good. I wouldn't even be able to discuss this if I wasn't. I'm not running from nothing. Like I tell people, nigga, you ain't, like Master P told me, if you ain't told on nobody and you ain't did nothing bad to nobody, ain't no use to you wasting your life being afraid to, you shouldn't have to live that traumatized, bro. Press 1. I tell you the same thing. You shouldn't have to live that traumatized. Motherfuckers out here running from their dark past, they own personal regrets, and got you right there with them, laughing at somebody else. No, y'all people are traumatized. Something wrong with y'all. Y'all possessed. Y'all possessed. And if you look at the comment section on the internet and how these people relate, like DJ Academics audience, shout out to these people. But I want y'all to know, when y'all observing this, look at it and see it ain't nothing but a bunch of mental illness from an adult psychologist standpoint. You see how these motherfuckers think of this shit. Like, damn, they really are easily programmed to hate each other, to go against the other sex, all type of shit. People are anti-LGBTQ, but pro-LGBTQ. They'll laugh at a gay person, but they serve gay gods. I'm not understanding no more, and I'm not taking part in it. And I don't care about your feelings. I'm not about to supplement witchery with Christianity and I know that's historically prophetic book and combine that with your witch and warlock practices of Tammuz. I'm not dumb. God raised me up. I didn't get this knowledge from family members. Press 1, I went through life and heavy thought and consideration and how to do better and why didn't this work? Lots of pondering. Press 1. Nigga, when you see Lawrence Fishburne holding those 2 balls, those metal balls, pondering, that shit. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning. How I'm going to lay this knowledge down, how I'm going to do my show. So when Rico call in, I'm frustrated already because I'm already been up before you was up. Press 1. No, I'm not frustrated, but you're not doing that. I don't live in confusion. I'm free. I'm trying to help people.
particular things that happened to you, that was actually quite helpful. Because you need to really develop a deep sense of, this is what happened to me. This is what I'm dealing with. And I need to take care of the wounds that I'm carrying inside of myself. This issue of self-compassion and really knowing that your reactions are understandable and are rooted in you getting stuck in the past is a terribly important part of beginning to recover from trauma.
Wow.
Most of us are survivors of one thing or another, some much worse than others. And so if people say, what do you wish your legacy were? They say, I want our society to know about trauma and to really do all the things that are necessary so that people who grow up under extreme adverse conditions can develop a brain and a mind that can help them to become full-fledged members of society. That's our big issue, and that's the big challenge that we have.
Get smarter, faster with
Told you.
videos from the
Now,
world's
if you don't know just like the basic stuff, and you don't know how to express yourself and stuff like that, and you living in this world where you just don't need help from nobody, that's cool too. Go ahead with your bad self. I just know we all need somebody to lean on. Press 1. And you don't want to be triggered out here, and controlled. Because That's how they had me. They almost had me triggered and controlled, ready to find myself in jail. They already had it ready lined up. We gonna do him like this. That way he easily react, and it's a real reason. Press one, not made up. We need real. So this is what he needs to be triggered. He got to be triggered. If he's not triggered, you ain't gonna get it. You gotta. But they ain't know when you at peace. There ain't no trigger no more. Press one. You long thought about the backstabbing, this. You even forgave these people. So them even coming up with new trick bags and new plays, you're not concerned about that. You acknowledge, you see it. I may even bring it up during my show, but I'm not concerned with that because everybody can't go. I know these people is lower class. Like I can fly tomorrow and be in fucking New Hampshire if I want to. There is no, I gotta ask nobody. Press one, there ain't none of that shit. You know, and a lot of people can't do that. I believe in God for real. They just playing. My life is a living dream. I don't have to imagine and become a typist and shit and annoy people and try to get them on the level that they bring them down for they can be nothing like you. I don't have to do that. That must suck for an individual to see a person and say, let me bring them down and think they ha-ha. And you're like, you was a piece of shit in reality. But God forgives them. You got to forgive these type of individuals. People who plot against you, people who use that neurological web of distraction, this narcissistic approach to your life, as if they are controlling it. And a lot of people are being controlled. That's remote control. What do we call that? Where they remotely use these triggers and now you're bound. A lot of niggas who suffer from domestic violence and don't know be like, this bitch was controlling. And then you're like, no, he wasn't. No, he was just being in prison. And this one and that one. They gaslighting. Drove his ass crazy. His ass snapped. Now your ass in the passenger seat doing 150 and this nigga swerving around like he finna throw both of y'all ass. You don't took this nigga off the edge and I'm not ready. You're not ready for a man off the edge. You know, fucking lose undisciplined. He in prison for the rest of his life and you no longer exist. On the news in your favorite clothes, talking about she was just a good person. Keep triggering them in. She was just a nice person, and that's bullshit. A lot of family in association with the people who control you you better get away from that shit. Find you a therapist, a good friend, people who's way over there up out of your inner circle to talk to. You know, to get a clear perspective on life and suggestions and what they find honest people who can help you and be sincere. You feel me? Because if you're not sincere, people will just they'll know because they've been through it. Real people been through it. So they can help you if you serious. Motherfucker ain't finna waste their time telling you things and expressing. All that take energy and that causes disease and frustration in me trying to help you. So take advantage of help and people who don't misuse people. You know, don't take those type of people for granted. You know, see it as like valuable jewels because it is. It's going to help you overcome what you need so you can go forward. I meet a lot of people that still caught in relationship traumas of the past. I didn't know I would be that effective, but me being in such a long relationship, like 20-something years, bro, I learned that I do got experience. And I can help people. I was like, dang, my knowledge did all that? You the man. And that's why I said my life, there it is. I help people? Yeah, but Donald Trump said, what you've been through make you a veteran. Nigga, forget going to college. Your life experience is the ultimate test. And boom, he was right because all I can do is talk from my heart and my experiences and help somebody else realize don't let moments of the past break you. Forget who you are. And, you may end a bad relationship, 15, 20 years, 5, 10 years go by, you still there. And then Kevin Samuels come on the air and say, you ain't shit. I'm just saying, you still there. And then Kevin come on and go, yeah, you ain't shit. You should be giving that shit away on discount. Press one. Jeez. So, just shit uh not adhering to people's uh real situations and playing with people's traumas and getting them not to believe in God. Oh yeah, you'll be up out of here too. I told Kevin, I told him, I said, you don't want to die, nigga. And a lot of y'all think I'll be playing. You don't want to go like this, bro. Don't do that, bro. Don't tell women who believe in God they should be just throwing it away when we supposed to be doing better than that. We already fucked up. And there it is. Coffee and Kush TV. Oh, Cavro University. You on the air. What up?
Bro, you trash, man. Get off the internet, man. You trash. Your whole life is a lie. You trash, man. You Your whole life is a lie, bro. Like, what the fuck? This is crazy. So you delusional right now. You don't know what the fuck to do. Look at you. You said, yeah, drink up. You look suicidal, bro. You look like you can't go no further, bro. But it's alright though. It's alright. Now that you look humbled, now you just come back to earth and realize like you just a regular folk. That's just it. You just regular, bro. You just regular. It's sad, bro. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. You thinking about it. You like, fuck. I'm 21 Jump Street. This phone number is attached to LAPD.
Now, wait a minute.
I still
Now,
didn't.
calm down, bro. They in the chat room said they said you sound dumb as hell. Now, just because I've had 2 mothers and 3 mothers in my life, I like to think of these situations. See, you think I'm hurt or something. Like, no. See, my strength come from the scripture. Because I remember now, Moses, before he saved his people and led them out of the land of Egypt, which is captivity, he had to come to the same recollection that he had 2 mothers. A mother that put him in the river when he was a child and sent him upstream for his protection. So I don't know what you're thinking, but I told you, son. My trauma is my superpower. I draw from the scripture and I try to find myself there. And if I can't, then I look to Job for strength. I look for people that God's people put in scripture for the situations in life that I go through. So my therapeutic message is always going to be my foundation. Like Nip say, my foundation's solid. So in a place where you may say my whole life is a lie, my father, that's why the Bible say, yo, don't call no man on earth your father and give no way to genealogy. But I didn't say I didn't know who my father is, bro. That's John, bro. Press 1. I didn't say that. I said the mother. This is not a matriarch. We are passed down. Our lineages are passed down by our fathers, G. So I don't know what you laughing at. But this is one of the best moments of my life because I realized, I was always looking for a mom or didn't feel that from the people that was around me, even told they hated a nigga. So me finding that out, it was more like, aha, that's why, not like a down, oh man, something where you might want me to be. It's actually a glorious time. Even to think about Moses in that, you see how it bounce off your head? Even think about Moses and him, what he would have to think about, because I asked for this, figuring out like, damn, that the Pharaoh isn't my mom, that ain't my mom, the queen, this my mom, or this my mom, or this, nigga, this is a story made by the gods. So what you laughing at is just yourself, your own projection. You probably ain't never had God embrace you. You probably ain't never had a spirit and being in confession or something to where you totally submitted to God. You probably never had God bring you up and give you the confirmation that you need that it's more than this life, bro. Whether I'm in the physical or I look like this, I look better than you. Don't even play these games around me because ain't nothing you got in your life that's gonna compare to my presence around you and your family, nigga. So I just want you to know that when your family meet me, they go like this one. Oh my goodness. Right here, right here. So whatever you see, bro, just know your mom will love me better. Your father will love me better. Your sisters and little cousins, your kids will consider me a better person. And more likely they will find comfort in hanging out with Kev rather than you. You know, and that sucks, but I get it. Anything else you want to say, champion?
You one trip away from being brother polite, man.
I'm one trip away from being broke or brother polite. Which one? Which one? I understand you really can't comprehend what we talking about here. And I do understand you probably suffer from your own trauma. You know, not having a statehood or not having a real nation. You know, you don't really know who you are. You don't really find yourself attached to God. So you kind of just running around the earth saying a bunch of words with your lips moving, but you're not doing nothing. While you been right here, anybody talking, but I've shout out to Jason Wells this morning for that $10 contribution. Brendan Thomas with that $10 contribution. Shoe 87 with that $35 contribution. Nelda Bailey, who just be trolling for nothing in my chat room, to that $20 MDM Towing with that $5 contribution. Casey, Mrs. Lacey for the greatest to ever do it. You know what? She contributed $100 and got herself in the runnings for what? The Cavro bobblehead loser. Press 1. What about Anjanita Moore? And she said, not the E&J loser. Ali Ware for the Sovereign King. Mr. Gillespie, Sovereign, RT Bell. Shout out to you. See, you's a loser while you playing. Go ahead, champion. You got the flow.
Bruh, listen.
Go ahead.
I never lost.
Okay.
You's a coward, bro.
Okay.
You's a brother polite.
You got 15
reflection,
seconds.
Right?
Go ahead.
You's a piece of shit, and you know it. You
good.
panhandling. Listen, if
13,
these people was not
12,
listen, if these people
11,
was not supporting you in any
10,
fashion, your ass would be
9,
crying. Your
8,
ass would be crying.
7.
You need to
6,
stop, bro.
5.
You's a panhandler, bro.
4,
All you missing is a cup, but
3,
you trying to drink out of it.
I got one. I got a cup
tripping,
right
bro?
here.
You's a fucking
Matter of fact,
panhandler, bro.
I'm sorry, sir.
You's a piece of
Hold
shit
up.
panhandler.
I'm
Look at you.
gonna show you a
Every
piece
day.
of shit.
Thank you for the Snapchat. Thank you for the cash
That's
app.
right.
That's bullshit, bro.
That's right.
It's probably a few dollars, man. You thinking you winning?
Hold on,
That
sorry.
ain't shit, bro.
Hold on. Let me do my African.
You remind me of Scheme Team.
Let me do my African, because you know I like to, for my contributors to my contributions to go up at the end of every show, so you get to be on air while I beg for people to put money in my cup, because I am black and poor and I'm still in the hood. So hold on right there while I do this for the people.
You're a coward, bro.
Go ahead.
All right.
Thank you.
You're a coward.
Okay, thank you, sir. Press 1. Something wrong with him. It's really just like somebody said in the chat room. Energy vampires. Every time a black man is doing the right thing and operating out of his heart chakra, there's always tether babies and FBA and foreigners trying to stop Kev Bro from delivering my traumatic messages from South Central. Press 1. They don't want us to grow. They want us to stay Turtle Island Indians and Africans, black people. So much trauma in the LBC. Press 1 with your donation of $3 a day on my Patreon. We can help gangbangers heal the way I've healed. We can help less fortunate kids who's about to grow up and throw gang signs up, GDs and BDs. Understand, take preemptive measures to stop them from going down that traumatic road. Help me help you. With your contribution, we are one step further. With your $20 and $30, Mr. Gillespie can come on the air, charged up, ready to go. Truth to power. You don't got to listen to these lower class YouTubers with nothing to offer. You can get healing, science, theology, physics, alchemy, encouragement to go out there and get you a trade. Fill out the job interview. You see that scary ass about me section? I'll have you filling that out with Greg. You're going to use words you get from Google in the dictionary that's going to make an employer say, I'll consider this person. Come in for a job interview. That's what we do here at The Row. Help people. Kev Row. Hit that like button and subscribe. There's always a hater floating around mad at Kev. You can call me a panhandler. You can call me whatever you want. Nigga, just don't call me collect. Fool. President, you can call me whatever you want. Just don't call me collect, nigga. I'm not answering no jail calls. What? I'm not doing none of that. This world is I'm not doing none of that. You better take heed to the information. No, I was trying to talk to you, Cam, because last time you saved my life, I'm in prison for the rest of my life. President one. Or I sat back and watched you become successful on YouTube. It was trolling and you really was going somewhere. President one. That's a shame. So God bless them. I want people to know that I do this out the kindness of my heart. I come up here and yes, I do say hit that Cash App. I do say join the Patreon because that's what YouTubers do. Press one. Everybody knows this ain't. Why is it cool when they do it, but it's a problem when I do it? But fuck them. Press one. It's not natural for them. They have a hard time saying contribute to something. The internet want me to stop because he's a part of the internet. They want me to stop because they can't, especially the black folk, they have a problem. You ever seen black people on YouTube say, man, I ain't begging for no money, man. I ain't support. That's because you have nothing to offer. It's not that you ain't begging, all that shit. You really ain't got nothing to make people just say, bro, you right. I see your vision. I see Channel 54. Bro, I see Cavro at night. I see what you saying. Let me help in that. He one of them persons that just watch on the sideline and why you don't want to be like him. They just watch on the sideline and be like, I bet he ain't gonna get it. I bet he ain't gonna get it. He bet not get it. God damn it. He got it. You got it? You got the number? God damn it. So dealing with haters and people like that, you're gonna deal with that. I don't really care. We make great revenue. Look, shout out. And why I just did one song. Let me go back to the top. Mrs. Deanna, Kenya, press one. Mrs. Hornick for being the epitome of an overcomer. Shout out to her. Because we ain't tripping off of you. We for the movement. Kenya Gaddis contribute $1. We don't treat that $1 no less than $100 that was just contributed at all, bro. I don't care about that. You can hate on me all you want. I'm not for you. You know, a lot of people want me to talk about different things. You know, they can't keep up in my class. They can't jump. He been in my class for years. Years. He hates me because I've jumped in so many different avenues of YouTube. He's trying to convince himself that I'm not nothing. Press one, but everything is like, Kev is something. So you driving yourself crazy. This is what we was talking about. And so you going to be an example. You have an imbalance. You can't say that I'm nothing. That's like saying that Cairo University ain't going to work. You sound like my baby mama or something. That's not true. Press one in your brain. That's true. You living in the lost cause. People know what this is. John 16. You tried to laugh at me and got humbled. And just found out Moses had too. Press mama. See? Trying to laugh. And y'all see how I made myself look sad on the computer? Took a little drink. He found more glory. That's a demon. And then he was like, wait, you ain't really sad? He thought I was really sad. See how I played him? This is the best time of my life, man. Facts. You see the dimple? It's coming, nigga. It's the best time of my life. I'm gaining weight. Press 1. I'm gaining weight. Press 1. You know, took me back to I'm serious, like T.I. Press 1. You know, took me back to the day. And that's the problem with our community. People like him come and they try to deter us. They got a demon in them and they try to project that onto me. Nigga, I'm so used to winning. It's a shame. You know? And even if I lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm still up 950 to 5. So cool. Your little basketball shot may go in every once in a while. And like little retarded kids be like, yeah, look. But it don't matter. Look at the score. Them GD's up 100 points. Press 1. Niggas GD's up 100 points. They don't let, on King David, you heard what he said. The GD's up 100 points, sir. Now, I'm going to let you get the last word because I actually make revenue off of people like you going around messing with people like me. So go ahead, man. Go ahead. What's on your mind?
Listen, man, you need to get off the internet, man. When you gonna retire, man, with this fake ass Gillespie
Why
thing,
don't
man?
you?
That's like running.
I didn't say nothing about Gillespie. I'm on a different level. You talking about titles. You know what Gillespie is, but I'm showing the spiritual side of Adam. This is not about Gillespie. That's what you after. You trying to convince yourself that Gillespie, I already proved George Washington Gillespie is the father of this whole nation, champion. And how they cut the heads off the Negroes. That's you trying to come to terms with that, not me. I'm the teacher. I know this. People pay thousands of dollars for Yale University, you feel me, to learn this. To learn this. You know, in Freemasonry, they go all the way up just to know that it was all parable for the Son of God will be born on earth. Press 1, you know, they know this in Freemasonry and stuff. What's wrong with you? Why don't you come to class and sit down and be an obedient student? Were you a bad kid? Did you grow up just needing attention? What were you neglected of, classroom? What is a person like this? What is he neglected of that he has to overexalt himself? Like move, Kev. Okay, so if I give you the floor, what are you going to teach these people, sir? What are you going to show them? There's a bunch of good-looking women out here. What are you going to do with them? Press 1. What are you going to do with the ladies? Drive the ship. Go ahead. Go ahead. Don't even mention me. Teach. Go ahead. I'm out. Go ahead.
All right, everybody, stop listening to this guy. Whatever information y'all got off of him, just gather it. Come up with an idea, class action lawsuit. Because this guy right here, he's like Moses for real. Because Moses was a coward. When he sent them 2 witnesses and he realized it was giants, that was the response of what's over up the hill or the mountain, his ass died. All right? It's Joshua. Joshua is the courageous one. Joshua is that Jesus story they talking about. You, the coward. We're not Jacob. We're not of Jacob. We are of Esau. All right? Jacob had 12 children. 12. All these tribes is going against one nation, and it's us. Jacob is you dumb fuck boy. You a demon. You're a demon child, man. You was a fucking Gillespie.
I said don't mention me. Go off in your own teaching, bro. Go ahead. I'm giving you an opportunity at the end of the class to stand up here with your mesh helmet to mold your brain correctly, and you're making a fool of yourself. Don't bring me up. Talk about you and what you teaching. Okay, now go. Go.
Hey, listen, stop directing. It's on me, man. All right, calm down, man.
Go ahead.
Everybody needs to line up and get trusses, okay? Trusses, life insurance policies, do all type of stuff, all right? It's out there. This guy right here, he just stagnating everybody on some 1943 BS. It's BS. Like, you talk about trusses, how to set up trust, set up LLC holding companies.
They don't need to be
stuff,
under no LLC or nothing. They need to follow God. That's all they need to do. You see, you don't know nothing. All they got to do is look and be healed. You don't know nothing about it, though. This isn't what we got to do as a collective. This is a God sent his holy begotten son to die. Okay? You got to carry your own burden. Stop saying we. Talk about what you going to do. Go ahead, King.
For shit.
Go ahead, King.
Use it.
Go. No, wait. No foul language. Now go ahead. See when I let him go, he don't have anything to say. It's harder. I got my face on the screen. I got to do this freestyle. There's no teleprompter here. There's no extras, no special effects. This ain't easy. If I told him, come do this, teach the people something, just anything, he gonna have to bring me up. I'm the only thing in his world that exists that's worth fighting. Nothing else exists in his world. He don't know nothing. He don't want to know nothing. The only thing he know is Kev ain't shit. Ain't that right?
Listen, man. Stop listening to this coward, man. Stop listening.
You're talking to adults now. You telling adults, don't listen to this coward. I've been the bravest man on the planet up here with this truth. And you've been sitting back eating Twinkies in your dun-dun-dun superhero underwears with Spider-Man imprints. Huh? At the house eating bowls of Fruit Loop Cheerios. Well, I've been putting it down in these streets. But now you've been like Dr. Dre in the room. You feel me? Sucking penises, bro. But I've been on these YouTube streets. If you wasn't upstairs sucking penises, punk, you'll be down here with me fighting. See, but you're a homosexual. And because you like penises down your throat, and because that's all you think about, long dark meat down your throat like a woman, you can't focus. You can't get into heaven with dick down your throat. You know that, right? I didn't think so. So get them little fucking dreadlocks out your head. Stop looking like a little pretty little bitch before we take you to prison. And you gonna really get done in, little pretty punk. You understand me, punk? Huh? See, I could smell Bambata on you, nigga. See, I got you. Press 1, got him. I got him. That's what I say, nigga. I'm starting to think you want me. You was a chump. Sodom and Gomorrah. How many times you eat ass? How many times you eat a man ass?
Wow.
How much ass did you eat growing up? How many times you took part in homosexual behavior with other men? Go ahead. You got the flow. Tell us how you became a homosexual. Do your family know you out here sucking penises?
You serious about life right now?
Yes, I'm serious as shit. Do your family know you've been out here sucking dick, nigga, and getting pounded like a woman? Press what? Do you know that? What? Don't fight. Don't fight. Do your family know?
So stop it. You ain't Sean Campbell.
I see you in a minute, champion. Right? I see you in a minute, champion. Press 1. You can see he hurt. I don't let his little inner secret out. Press 1. See? Our. That's his trigger. You notice that, Teresa? Shut up, punk. Can't play with me. You seen that trigger? You see the last time, what'd I say? Got him. What? Oh, you can. If he was standing in front of us, he'll be like, stop, man. Stop. That's why don't play with me, punk. Don't play with me. All the girls know now. All the girls know. Press 1. He wasn't curious. No, nigga. He in there. Press 1. Press 1. Like a woman. Trying to mad at me because I'm masculine. Because I'm in my divine masculinity. Press 1. Last time you was in your divine masculinity, your chakras was opened up, and you received a secretion in the back of your head that dripped all the way to your face. Press 1. Me? Hit that like button. Beat the bass out his voice, huh, Emmanuel? That boy, he trying to get back right now. Look. He begged. That's the problem with these little boys. They gonna fuck around and find out. That's what they gonna fuck around and find out. I see through y'all little math. I can hear it. You remind me of Ringo. Press 1, just annoying. You just like dark meat, like all the rest of the females. Press 1, shut up, punk. You want to get over here, but you belong in Sodom and Gomorrah. You are banished. Your spiritual essence have been taken away. When that penis was pulled out that chakra point of the black hole, when that's done, you don't seal your deal. I'm not going to hell with you. We're not going to end up in the same place. God favors people like me who fight to the end. Not you, but bust him ass cheek, bust it wide open, bust it wide open. Nigga, that's you. Nigga, you twerking. That's you. Okay? 1, 2 times. You know, fucked up and had to think about, this ain't what I want. This is bad for me. No, not you. You swimming in muddy waters, buddy. Press 1. See, when I do it, it's different. It's cool when they do it. It's the problem when I do it. Fuck them. Press 1. See, I bring up his real activity. Nigga, you just like me. Press 1. Homosexual correction hotline. You on the air. What's on your mind?
Bro, you's a bitch, bro.
Sir, why, sir, you cannot call the homosexual prevention hotline and be talking that way on the air. How long have you been a homosexual? Do your family know? This is very confidential. How long you been eating ass and sucking on balls, nigga? Come on, talk to me, you little dirty cunt. You come on.
Hey,
Come on.
listen, the
Fight
way you
back, coward.
listen, the way you
Your
and
girl
from
know.
Texas be
Your
talking on
mama
this
know.
phone.
She knew you
Like,
was
I
that
be
like
weird.
that
Like,
from
I
a
be
long time ago.
yo, this whole time I thought you
Press
a
one.
suspect, bro.
She knew
And
you
now
was like that.
you
didn't
throwing
she?
this weird
You on
ass
mute,
shit on
they
me.
can't hear.
Oh, you fucked up,
Press
bro.
one. She knew you was
Listen,
like that.
everybody in
Take
the
yourself
chat,
off of
watch
mute.
his
Go ahead,
conversations
coward.
with these supporters of his. They probably going back and forth, like petroleum jelly, man. Y'all weird, bro.
They're like petroleum jelly. Okay, sorry, buddy. We're going to let you go now. So, as you can see, in the democratic world, I succeed. We can rise above the underworld. He's like a squid in the underworld in Canaan law. Think of it like the little mermaid. He's a little crabby or a shrimp, a little parasite. His mind frame need you down there. You know what I'm saying? But once you go, he can't compete because he know he's been doing bad things in the dark. And you know, bad things gonna have to come to the light. All hidden things come to the light, sir. That's how I just pulled your whole card just like that. How long you been sucking penises, sir? He ain't even gonna get that out of his brain. Press 1 because it's true. I know who the seat of his soul is. I know Loki controls his brain. Press 1 so I can fool around with his mindset because he's a demon. Cavro University, Georgia, you on the air. What up?
Peace, Kev. It's Taj.
Taj, talk to me, King.
My God. I came across some information that I wanted to share pertaining to the video that you were just playing.
Thank you. No, I had the traumatized King on the air a while ago, but go ahead.
Yeah, man, you know what it is, man. He working through something, man. You exercising him, man.
Yeah.
So hopefully one day that demon could jump into the pigs and that pig could go into the water,
yes,
man.
There you go. And I'm glad you said that. Is people think I be playing, but at this, oh my goodness, call back, Taj. Call right back. That fucking asshole was calling me, and I actually hung up on Taj. Taj, call back. But yeah, that's all it is. He working through some things. He needs to get his life together, and I exposed him. And that's going to help him. That's going to free him. He probably end up in church next week. 424, shout out to Taj. Fucking believable. Only thing I can do is run my class and let the people call in. If y'all let the trolls call in, that's on y'all. I got another 15 minutes. But it just goes to show you he working through some things, and if you combat him with his same energy, he not going to know what to do. You're going to see his inner demons come out when he really can just sit down, take part, be regular. You don't want me to see through this camera and pull your soul through here because he believes he's virtual. He's a clown. So everybody from Teresa to George and Shiva, and he really think that y'all can see his homosexuality. And he was caught with his pants down just like that. because he believes in the illusion. You beat him there. You know, that's sad, bro. But it's our people. Demonology is real. People are out here trying to blame other things, but it's really them. He's a parasite in life. Press 1. He's a fucking parasite in life. Florida, what's up?
Bro, you suspect, bro. All your calls suspect, bro. You a bitch, all right? Okay. Listen to all your conversations with your male supporters, bro. Okay. Y'all sound like a bunch of punks, bro.
Okay, goodbye.
Call from
Taj.
Taj, you want to air? What up?
Peace, cuz.
Go ahead.
Hey, Paul, man, I got disconnected, man. But I had just sent you something, but the lady, when she was talking about like the trauma and the trauma cycle and everything, she said a term that I remember, the root to something that I just came across last week.
Yes.
But she said samosas, and that had my head click into like psychosomatic disorder, and it's like that conversation we had last week when you were talking about how like these things are in your head, these diseases and these ailments can be in your head, and they can be induced by traumas. Like they're pretty much stress induced.
Yes.
They're stress induced, and these things affect whole communities, especially when that, like, let's call it that flash or the atom bomb has been dropped over the whole community and literally has wiped out, if nothing else, let's just call it the mind, but literally has killed a whole nation.
Yep.
But I just wanted to read a little bit about psychosomatic disorder. I'm just going to read the first 2 paragraphs. But psychosomatic disorder is a psychological condition that leads to physical symptoms, often without any medical explanation. It can affect almost any part of the body. People with this disorder tend to seek frequent medical attention, becoming frustrated with no diagnosis. Behavioral therapy and stress reduction may help. And then it says, what is psychosomatic disorder? They say psychosomatic disorder is a psychological condition involving the occurrence of physical symptoms, usually lacking a medical explanation. People with this condition may have excessive thoughts, feelings, or concerns about the symptoms, which affects their ability to function well. And people with psychosomatic disorder usually don't report overt symptoms of psychiatric distress. Instead, they believe their problems are caused by medical conditions. And
Damn. So now they're on chemical when it's really neural, and when it's really
neurological. Yes, it's neurological. Yes. But they're messing with it. They're trying to cure people with the physiology. Yes. And that lets you know if you got a completely wrong diagnosis, and how I see it, they realize and they know that they have the wrong diagnosis, and that's why they don't have a cure, but they have a treatment that they're going to continue to.
So it's actually an alchemy. It's a form of commercial alchemy. A false science use a perpetual state to destroy Adam. The 5 points of destroying Adam. Once again, it's almost like that's fucking crazy. Go ahead. You're
leading to addiction.
Ain't that the snake on the pole? Ain't that the snake on the pole?
That's exactly, and that's Hermes or Mercury's staff.
Now wait a minute, ain't that the R complex of the brain? Ain't that what they was working on?
Yeah, the reptile we talk about. Look, we fall right back into that old serpent.
Okay, that's
that old serpent from the beginning and the end. The prescription. You talking about which one? You talking about the riders of the Sepulchres, or you talking about the single staff, the staff with the single snake on it?
I'm talking about the initial prescription, like you just said. You just brought up that's the prescription.
Prescription?
Yeah. What did you say? The RX? The what? You related
the
that?
RX is the prescription.
Yeah, but you related it to
to
what?
prescription.
No, you related the prescription to the Alpha
To
and Omega.
to the snake. Yeah,
Huh?
to the snake.
But you referred it to the Alpha and the Omega. You said that.
Yeah.
You just brought up the Alpha and Omega. What did you mean by that?
What I brought up that old serpent. The serpent that was there at the beginning and the one that's still there at the end. But I'm trying to follow you right now.
No. I just thought that's what you said because I went to the restroom and I was just listening. It's just loud in the crib, but I just thought you brought up the Alpha and Omega. I was trying to understand what you meant by that because now I'm back at the on the microphone. But go ahead, finish what you were saying. You right.
No, but basically, man, it's like these treatments are the things that get people actually sick. Whether it be by addiction or it be like it's like this whole psychosomatic thing. It's like you could be your levels could be high just induced by stress, by going through trauma. The time that you're going into the doctor, and they could diagnose you something that you're gonna have to live with for a lifetime, with something that you were just going through at that particular moment, and your levels are just up. And the next thing you know, they're giving you insulin, and then you're trapped in this cycle.
So
you're trapped in like a diabetic cycle.
So it's a false sense of healing by way of chemistry and alchemy. And that is what destroys the body or keep you in a perpetual state of needing that when it's really trauma-based reaction, a neurological situation, psychiatry.
Indeed, I'm following what you're saying. It's more psychological
so
than
it's a false
it is
sense of
physiological.
healing. So it's a false sense of healing.
Right.
That's why you may
it's
have.
Just a numbing. It's a numbing.
No, it has the serpent on the pole. This is the Satan trick. Chemistry, science.
Got you.
So Jesus is the snake on the pole, remember? He offered healing, and all you had to do was look. It's the Moses story of the raising of the staff.
Yes, sir.
They are saying they have the healing by way of what? Chemical and alchemy and science. So they put the snake on the RX poles and diagnose the people. God sends Jesus to get rid of the diagnosis because they are surely what? Dying. Remember, death. The initial sin, you should not surely what? Die. Nigga. See? You gonna serve God or you gonna serve science? You gonna serve Albert Einstein's theory of what? Or you gonna listen to what the scriptures say? Yes, right. Yeah, the theory of relativity. Where they think they've mastered. They just got in power in the early 1900s. You think that's enough time to go into space? Did y'all just check my Instagram?
Yeah, I see that, man. That's crazy. They had the green screen. The green screen wasn't as far along as it is now. They make it look good now, but geez, that looked like one of them old movie sets, like when they had like the space alien invasion type of sets. Like from way back, it literally looked like that.
Now check this out. Now,
and it looked like a temporal loom that was spinning around.
Okay. I'm glad that you said that because what I have on the screen is the cosmic web next to the neuronal network, and it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. When I remember I said the study of space. In the mind. That's right. They ain't went nowhere. They just did that in the 50s, 60s? Get out of town. They put a green screen down. They really blasting through space on Teslas, right?
Right. Makes absolutely no sense. You can't get past the phone.
Come on, man. Come on, man. So it's really the study of the mind. How can you pull him out of his own self and mind and they're saying you drove them, they're out of their minds. Well, that's a good way to keep you in an asylum.
It's a rat trap. Yeah.
Or let's just say it makes you subject to their jurisdiction in law. You won't be a subject in Shutter Island. Subject to their jurisdiction. Okay? You gotta wake up. You have to. When they say, Mr. Gillespie, we have no jurisdiction over you, I knew. You feel me? I knew. My mind was
It was beyond the belief. You knew it.
I knew. My mind was greater than the system itself. It is now established. Mr. Gillespie versus what? No jurisdiction. Now all of my niggas that's on the run have remedy. Just like this. Jesus offered a remedy. He is the anti-venom to the poison. So it take for reference. If the poison is hermetic principles taking place in cosmic web reality that doesn't exist, y'all been serving the wrong gods. And this is a mental thing. God said have a sound mind. Know the mind, have a sound mind. You can't have Loki in the seat of your soul making those decisions when Christ is written. You see what I'm saying? You gonna believe Stan Lee and X-Men or the Word of God? You know, and even in your sciences, you're gonna find that right there. They've been just studying the mind, and they place their gods in your mind. So if you serve Venus, Saturn, Jupiter, that is placing the gods of Greece and all of these different gods in the high of the highs, in the temple of God. Your mind, the seat of the soul.
Right. Neil.
Damn. Anything else, champion?
That's it, Judge, man. I
Love you, champion.
It,
Love you, champion. Thank you for that.
Love you too, bro.
My man. Yeah, bro. You can't have, Loki did that. He created a new reality for you. Destroyed God's reality by what? Changing the law. You got to put those allegorical concepts that they have you trapped in your mind in and reestablish God. You have to do that. You have to go from mechanical man, Adam, just do what we say and follow the woman, or be ready to gain your inheritance at all costs. Glory to God. Walk by faith, not by sight alone, bro. And have faith that your walk is glorious, that you may have some testimony to give the next generation and not be caught up in the cosmic web of Nibiru. All these gods, bro. You don't even know what's out there. You don't put gods up in space. That means you don't put them in the mind. Because that's where space is, in your brain. Now, while you think they studying the mind and going deeper, and they really setting up a 3D simulation, calling it Mars, and want you to participate in it, ain't going no damn where. And wake up. This whole attack is on your brain. Replacing God with Loki. Press 1. Say it with me. Replacing God and his laws with Loki and his amended fantasy. That's a shame. I got to break this down. But I see now our people caught up in so much. You know, it's fun, but when you look at it, like, wait a minute, that's Loki is the devil? Yeah. Why are they? Because Loki gave them liberty away from God and gave them a false sense of time that they may believe and think of all these things. And that's what the fulfillment of the Gentile is. How far are they going to go? Knowing that he who remains is on his way. Press 1. Press 1. See? They know what the he who remains. They know it happened in the world fairs. They know it's a black person. They know it's by way of lineage. They know he will be risen and raised up because he told them. That's why it's written. So you can look at the cartoon format, the movie format, or you can get it from scripture. But he who remains is the Alpha. He who remains is the Omega. And everything in between is the devil's time. Press 1 to reign. But time's up. It's like I tell people with the Nipsey Hussle thing. Time has stopped. You niggas is on borrowed breath, I'll call it. I ain't even gonna play with you niggas no more. You feel me? You can never be. You gotta tell these niggas, you'll never be as bright as God made me. Cause you a demon. That's why. Press 1, you'll never in your life be able to trick and lie to me like y'all used to and set niggas up and be like, yeah, man, I ain't had no idea. Kev being see through that. If I can see this cosmic web, I seen you, nigga. Press 1. You're around a nigga and you been doing a person harm and trying to lie and cheat. I seen you. I even told people about you. Press 1 and said, watch this. So while you all playing, there's people in my chat that know you. Press 1, that know your dumb ass. That know y'all. You know? Just so I can have peace. You feel me? You can't hide forever. Press 1. Kev, bro. You can't be mad at me because I'm choosing peace of sound mind over distractions, distortions, liars, cheaters, thieves, and shit. You can't get mad at me because I was this little boy right here. See, they know you as this. They know you as the little child to keep you messed up. See, they run into this. See, but they remember this. You feel me? Traumatized, Kev, unaware, lost. And they try to keep you there, little person. Oh, I'm the one who showed you Christ. Liar. Christ showed me Christ. Patience of the Lord was shown to me, and it wasn't by a rebellious woman. So stop lying to me. And when you able to stop the trauma, you'll be able to speak with authority as well and tell them stop no more, bro. You ain't finna convince me to live in debt for the rest of my life and not work and treat women a specific way and let women rule over me at the same damn time. Come on, G. I'm not about to live in your little traumatic state. You made a nigga black. You made my heart black in that traumatic state. I'm lucky I didn't end up in the penitentiary because somebody don't made me mad. I'm so glad with all this trauma that I got. Oh, thank God I didn't walk up the street and see a store or a lady I wanted to rob just to have me a couple few. I didn't wait outside the local check cashing for you sisters and y'all elderly pops to come out there. I'm not that. I just kept going and opened the door for people who were good people. And even though you had $1,000 on you, I just got to work harder to get that. Press 1. So my life has changed, and I'm not even gonna front. And I'm in the hood, but my life has changed. I'm in the hood because I want to be in the hood. Y'all don't hear these kids outside rebellious towards their parents. I'm gonna stop, little kids, because I love it. I love our people. You know what I'm saying? It's just something about the noise of the hood. Nah, stop it. It's what it is. But I'm not there like that. I learned a lot of just being at peace with oneself, healing, self-healing. While y'all was playing, I was self-healing, realizing that I must accept the truth. You ain't shit. I got to accept that. My love for you was greater than your love for me. That enables me to speak today. I let you misuse my loyalty. Yeah, I did. I hung out with you even though you were trying to set a nigga up. I was trying to hang out with you, my bad, and put myself in danger. It ain't even your fault. Me allowing myself to be wanting to be around you because you cool like me and we always cool, but no, you's a dirtbag. Press 1, and I had to accept that, you know. I learned that in jail, Kev, man. People do you wrong, bro. You can't just let everything go, bro. Sometimes you gotta let these people know, Kev. Don't let just people just keep going because you a good person. I had to learn that from niggas because you a good person. Don't let people just misuse you. Because whether you a good person or you a thug, niggas take your goodness, your kindness for a weakness out here. Press one. So, not that I'm going to turn, because I've learned from Mike Tyson, don't let the devil turn you, because that's what they want to do. But at the same time, it's okay for me to play possum and play retarded sometime and make them think that I'm as broken as they thought I was. Press one. It's okay to be as sly as a serpent, but as as a dove. Press button. It's okay to, all right, I'm gonna do what you did to me, but this way, so I don't be hurt by you, because I don't want my reaction to really hurt you, because you ain't gonna even see my reaction because you playing. I don't want to end up there. I'm not going to the penitentiary because you are unaware of what I'm going to do to you while you playing. You feel me? As gentle as a dove. Thank you for his glory. I know your little tricks because I know your father. But you got to know my father and the spiritual side of Adam, because that's what's in power, nigga. You feel me? You don't know what you're doing. You messing with people and you don't know what you're doing. But God is going to deal with you. I now know God is going to deal with that, because I've been walking in faith. And this is just what happens to people who bother people who are living by faith of God. You don't want to be the testimony on the other side. I told y'all why y'all scared of earthquakes. And I told you, for us, God's children, he'll wipe out your whole state. He'll wipe out your whole lineage, so your kids don't bother mine. I'm trying to tell you that. For me, you'll be exposed to the world as a rat, a snitch. Everything you running for, a homosexual, everything that will condemn you in your world and his. You ain't got nowhere to go. You be like in that movie Loki. You be just banished out there with that big old dragon-looking dart thing that eats souls up. You banished from the underworld and nowhere. Nobody wants you. You's a piece of shit. Because even in the underworld, there's rules. Press one. Even in the underworld. That's what I learned on Figueroa. Even in all that nastiness, there's rules and there's good people. And not to judge people based on the decisions that led them to those circumstances, to find the goodness in individuals and help re-empower that light and that innocence they once had when we was all in, elementary, didn't know nothing. Because the Bible even say, be ye like children, and I now understand that. Go back to pre-trauma and realize the evil that we been put through, the trauma. Go back to those pictures and look at yourself, G. Who did that to you? Press one. Who did that to you, G? Who turned you into that? And be honest. And you will get a different perspective from those same people who had so much anger and you was afraid they might snatch your wallet. You find out, damn, this person is depressed. This person has been put through the most traumatic things. Black, brown, it doesn't matter. And trauma don't come with race. Press one. See? That means a sound mind is not racial. This ain't about Esau or Jacob, bro. God said it ain't even about genealogy, so the Hebrew Israelites lying to us. This is about right and wrong, no gray area, black and white. You either wrong, trying to be right, or you just condemned, bro. You either see Christ as the healing factor in Jesus and his return, or you just a part of the world and the judgment that's on it. Don't be crying about it later. Because the good people already been crying. They were crying their whole life. Press one. Why the bad people get glorified? How come this nigga make it and I'm struggling? And he doing all this. Why my family loved him? And dog the smart people. Press one. That's what I'm talking about. That type of healing that speaks volume. I ain't talking about that other stuff. This is the real Kev. Kev Rowe University on the air. What up?
You really took a bathroom break while Todd was talking, bro. You suspect.
I can't hear you, bro. I can't hear you. Too busy screaming and stuff. Just take your time, champ. Shout out to y'all. He's like that little child, just still broken. Y'all got to understand. That's why people in real life gravitate because I am the 0 point in this life, champion. People they are magnetized by my energy, as they say. They don't know what it is. I'm the 0 point, right there, right there. How may I help you? And he don't want to be helped. He just fighting it. Press 1. He ain't never heard a black man say he's the 0 point. He's a McDonald's worker. Press 1. He's a slave. I'm free. I can say I'm the 0 point here. Yeah, the world revolves around me. And if you want me to prove it, just take a ride with it. We'll take a ride with a G. Like Tupac, I mean, like T.I. say, come on with me. I tried to tell him I can stop time and take a Newport and go to the ocean and really just center myself and have them and watch the scene adjust. You ain't never saw that. Press 1. You ain't never saw the scene adjust to a nigga. You ain't never saw that. So you got to shut the fuck up. Press 1, you can't do that. All you know is my penal gland and energy. You ain't never centered yourself and watched the world adjust. Press 1, Tupac said this. He said, I can't be conformed by the world. It's either that I'm going to make the world adjust. Gee, I'm not adjusting for shit. I believe in God, so that's all you need to know. I'm the prize around here. Press 1, and they can get mad if they want. But Kev been through a lot to win a lot. Press 1. A lot of people be trying to align themselves with me, ain't went through half the trauma. Press 1. Be trying to just put themselves in positions of power, ain't had half the trauma, can't even understand Kev. That's what I'm saying. You can't love me. You gonna call the police and say I'm traumatized or some shit. Press, but you gonna try to get a nigga locked up. Man, you gonna make a good man fall. Hit that like button and subscribe. So I'm just trying to get a brother some encouragement for him to get out that little swampy area in which he is, because our community is toxic, anti-Christ, they work counterclockwise, all that. Hit the like button, but don't want to address their trauma, especially the black men. And they rather play around and troll and show that they have no discipline and they can't control. They don't want to go back to this child on the screen, the victim. They fight that hard. He going through his own little personal exorcism. You see when I talk, we there already. Each one of us in our own traumas. That's why we feel that, whether a woman, man, black, white, whatever, your personal trauma. This is just a black boy up there. Everybody, it can be a black girl. It can be all that. Press 1. It should be two of them, a black boy and a black girl crying. I'll make sure I get that one next time, because these are the traumas of our people. We're caught in that. Our minds have been split. The atom has been split by way of propaganda and psychiatrics, along with military Nazis, have placed us and split our minds in a place to make us forget who we are and got us living in that divine gray area, straight up and down, right there. You see that? Pause, frozen in a psychological motherfucker Antarctica. Press 1. Hit that like button. Cairo University, a.k.a. Shutter Island. You on the air. What up?
A.k.a. you sus.
But, sir, go ahead about yourself, bro. So, anyway, we trying to get back to the source, okay? That one place where Loki, see that center place right there? That's where you trying to go in your mind. Remember, Neo went to this place in his mind, and it was a big old collective face talking about, what do you want? You got to get back there. All that other shit in different timeline, that don't exist. You got to remain in the constant right now. Don't be lost and confused by these people who make you continuously dead by way of triggered trauma reactions. Make you live in the loop of black and dead and all of this. You gotta wake up like that. Hit that like button. You ever notice? You notice that these balls look like the Soul Train balls? I ain't never noticed that. Let me see if this is another troll or a real person calling in. Cairo University.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
You on the air? What up?
You talking about balls now? Oh, you extra suspect, bro. You tripping, bro. Like you.
Okay. So as you can see, Soul Train balls. You notice that? Look at them. They look like Soul Train balls. It's all about splitting the mind via frequencies, techno, and Afro. What was that techno? Them beats that came in, uh, those electromagnetic beats that changed the frequency of the mind and wiped it in association with drugs. All them songs back in the day with George Clinton, the UFOs is coming, and all this and that. Yes. Funkadelics with opioids and all of this time just erased your history. You never came back from that. Only thing you know now is I was a slave. And you know what hit. Black tar, heroin, all this shit hit. So it's important that the people of these people, go back mentally and correct this and tell this story correctly. I love y'all. Thank y'all for the support. I think I got a few extra contributions to this program. Mr. Landry in the damn chat room. Shout out to you. It's only paper. Shout out to you, Howard Payne, Tracy Wilson. God bless you. Shout out to you, Deanna, for great info. Kenya Goddess. Shout out to you for y'all contributions to this program. We're going to continue to make these topics because Black history is mental health history and all that. Trauma history. We got to understand ourselves. Understand why our brothers is killing each other like that. You can see these brothers in Chicago trying to find remedies somehow, some way, I think it's just something that we all can do. Find some type of purpose in one life to combat this horrible, horrible situation that we is and become part of that war. No weapons formed against us shall prosper, especially in our minds. So don't be afraid. Go within and heal so that one may show themselves approved in his knowledge and wisdom. God bless y'all. I'll see y'all later. Coffee and Kush TV. And as always,